Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the podcast, another episode of Caffeine and Green with your man, Connor Cardenas. And before we get into it today, man, I just want to give a huge thank you to all of the sponsors of Caffeine and Green. And of course, I'm talking about Thorn Street Brewery and Seven Seas Roasting down in San Diego. Both of them are out of San Diego, which is amazing. You guys should frequent both of these areas, or both shops, I should say, and enjoy them. But the great thing about having Seven Seas Roasting as one of the sponsors of Caffeine and Green is that they have provided me with a code and a deal that you as the listeners will get if you enter it at checkout. And of course, I'm talking about that 3 for $30 deal. You're going to get 3 bags of coffee for $30. Now, it's a no-brainer because 2 bags of coffee is $32 or a little bit more depending on which coffee you get. So you're getting a bag of coffee for free. Now, with that being said, this deal does not include our charity roast, which is the Spikes roast, but it includes all the rest of the coffees that we have, which is the El Jaguar, the Non-Kali, the decaf coffee we have, the Fifth Gear Espresso. The El Jaguar, it has chocolatey notes. It has, I think, peanut and then also a little bit of orange zest. The Non-Kali, which is our Laos coffee, has butter cookie, almond, a little bit of dried mango flavors. It's amazing. We have our decaf for all you decaffeinated hustlers out there. And we also have our Fifth Gear Espresso for all you extra grinding hustlers out there. So now you're going to go ahead. You're going to get your 3 bags of coffee. You're going to head over to the checkout button. You're going to put in my code CANDG at checkout, and you're going to get that deal. Again, that is CANG, and you're going to get 3 for $30 at sevenseasroasting.com. My guest today, for those of you who don't skate, he needs an introduction. But for those of you who do skate, he needs no introduction. And of course, I'm talking about my man, Tosh Townend. That's right. We have the internationally known professional skateboarder in the house today on Caffeine and Green. And I have to say, it was a true honor to get to talk to my man. I haven't seen him in a while, and we got to catch up, and we talked about how life has changed post-skate, all his skate parts pretty much. I mean, and just life in general, man. We talked all over the place, and it was a great time getting to catch up with my man. Thank you to Nicole, his wife, for setting this up, for like reaching out and like getting us, and we made it happen that quick. It was probably this past weekend, and just now he's on the show, and now I'm gonna present it to y'all. So without further ado, and it was with a true honor that I present to you, my man, Tosh Townend. This your time to shine, homie. Let's go. Caffeine and Green. It's your boy Connor. What's good? Good. Caffeine and Green. And we are live.
What up?
Yes. Yes. Tosh motherfucking Townend. Welcome to Caffeine and Green, sir.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
And you're actually, out of all the episodes I've had, dude, honestly, I think I've had like maybe 10 people drink coffee on the show. So you're definitely like one of those 10 people. And you're drinking the nitro cold brew that we have right now at Seven Seas. How do you like it?
It tastes good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got a good smooth taste. Roasted by you.
Me. Yours truly, sir. Thank you. But dude, I mean, it's been a long time. We haven't seen each other. It's been some years.
Yes,
for
it has.
sure.
Yeah.
I think I was telling one of my homies today, I was like, dude, I honestly think the last time I saw you might have been at the Dism Christmas party.
Yeah.
Maybe up in like Hermosa
That
Beach.
was probably 5 years ago.
Damn. Was it that long ago?
It was quite a bit ago.
Damn.
When we were doing Dism.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been, I would say, 3+ years since any of that was happening.
Dude, that's crazy. I can't believe
Those are some good times, though.
Dude, those were some super good times, dude.
You had your little clique, and it was like you guys were always in the streets, the San Diego crew,
Yep.
repping the glasses, and I
Yep.
was like, cool, man. Like, and Jonas brought me on board, and then we were trying to create something, but it's just tough. It's a tough industry to get into, especially when you got like the big guys,
Yeah.
you're trying to go up against.
Yeah, I mean, they also had. I remember towards the end there, Tom was trying to do like the eco-friendly part of it too.
Right, which was cool.
Yeah, putting it
biodegradable.
The biodegradable frames. Like he had like the little test thing where like the sun would even like.
Yep, and it was like if you dropped it in the ocean, it would degrade into back into the earth.
Like fish,
cool.
It would like become fish food or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Something
like weird. Yeah.
Something I was
he
like,
was getting all
okay.
scientific with it. We were like, cool.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. I mean, but they had already been successful too with Bell. They created Bell helmets, right?
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking A. They killed it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tom and Linda if you ever listen to this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so before all that, but for people who don't know who you are, 'cause there's a lot of people who definitely know who you are who listen to the show right now. But for the people who don't, you are still like once you're pro forever. You are a pro skateboarder. You've been a pro skateboarder from like, dude, when did you go pro?
So I went pro when I was 16. Element turned me pro after 2 years of riding for him.
Element Skateboards.
Yeah, and I got Element Skateboards. I got my first actual ad as an amateur tail sliding that 14 to fakie.
Yeah.
And that was when my on video part came out. And then 2 years later, that's when they turned me pro. And it took 3 video parts. It was the on video part, 4-in-1 part, transworld part, and then the transworld part turned me pro.
The sight unseen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. So wait, is that?
I mean, I'm like elated and so blessed to just be even in the same video as John Cardiel, Henry Sanchez, Heath Kirchart.
Yep.
Heavy
hitters.
Yeah, Dustin Dolan.
Did he have a part in that?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Damn, dude, that's some heavy
Yeah.
hitters.
So that was like the 5 line. That was the lineup.
I watched that part today. I definitely watched that part today. Another part, I'm glad that you said it was the on skateboarding one.
Yeah.
You kickflipped the 14 too, right?
Yeah. On video. So that was the day of we went up with Anthony Acosta actually, and he was, filming back then. He wasn't shooting photos yet.
Okay.
So we went there and we were skating with like all the old school homies. It was Wes Lott and this guy Cody, I forget his last name, but he was like the homie, like a bit older cat that would drive us around.
Sick.
We're gonna go to LA, we're gonna go to Long Beach, wherever, and just skate. And he was like Cody from Oklahoma.
Okay. Cody from Oklahoma. Shout out, yo.
Yeah. And he would drive us around, and I remember that day, he lip slid the rail, and then I just kind of like started going to it, and I got like a feeble grind down, and I tail slid it. And I was like, you know what? I think I can like ollie these stairs. And like I ollied them pretty easily. And I was like, you know what? I think I can kickflip them. And then I tried it a couple times and I kickflipped it. And it was.
Dude. And it says 14 at 14.
And then so I did that. And then Chris Ortiz, once I had done that, Chris Ortiz was like, we need to go back and shoot the tail slide for the Element ad.
Okay.
So full circle right there came back and I had to go back and tail slide it again, which is always like. I don't know. It was always like weird for me to go back and do tricks.
Yeah, because you already did it.
But that one was like the easiest and worked out the best.
Okay.
I was always like afraid of getting hurt. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and do this trick I already did and then get hurt. That's what I was always like worried about, in the back of my mind. Like, roll my ankle or because I went through plenty of those.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're a skateboarder, damn, yeah, you know.
You know.
I know, yeah.
How many injuries any skateboarder, even if you're not a professional skateboarder, it's like how many injuries have you had? And to the point where some people quit.
Dude, I legit broke my. I have this. Oh, you haven't. I didn't tell. Dude, I broke my back.
I didn't know that.
I cracked my L5 vertebrae. Yeah, I didn't like shatter it. Thank God. Like it technically was a break, but it was just like I broke.
That's still super scary.
Yeah, it was heavy. It was like that, and I dislocated my hip in one fall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you doing something like something big, or
Dude,
just like skating a ledge?
No, definitely not a ledge. It was definitely. I mean.
Transition?
I guess it could no. It was there's a spot here in San Diego. It's called Correa Middle School, and like I was trying to go over this bump over rail.
Yeah.
And I committed, and it was one of those ones where you're pushing, and you're like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna do it anyways. And I tried to ollie, and my front truck clipped the top of the bar, and I like fully went sideways, landed on my hip, and like tweaked my back.
On the rail.
Like I basically my
flew
truck
to the
hit
other
it.
side.
Yeah, flew to the other side and like landed just like straight on it. But like the crazy thing is that
you Hail Married.
Yeah, Hail Married my body, bro. Concrete is undefeated. They won. Yeah. Tough. And yeah.
Man, I didn't know that. That's gnarly. I mean, was that pretty recently?
It was when I was 28. I'm 33 now, so 5 years.
So 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that was in the time we were doing DISM and we were doing all those things.
Yeah, it was like I shot my last DISM photo that day. I did an ollie out frontside wall ride.
I'm done.
Dude, it was done. It really was. After that,
I'm sorry to laugh.
No, dude, it's totally fine. I laugh at it too.
I know I just know how hard it is to go through injury.
Dude, I mean, you had a problem with your wrist too. I watched you break your wrist today. I couldn't watch you break your ankle. I've seen that one. I've known that one, and I was just like, I was in the gym watching your videos on my phone, and then as soon as that one came up, I was like, turned my head. I was like, nope, not gonna happen. I'm not gonna watch that one.
You're doing your homework.
Oh, dude,
for the interview,
just like brushing up, because the thing is that, dude, I don't know if you. I mean, you definitely don't remember this, but the first time I met you, I was actually like 14 or 15 years old.
No way.
You went to the Van Skate Park in Milpitas.
We're the same age.
Okay, so then it must have been like it was when you had your long hair, like your
not
long
dreads yet.
Not dreads. It was like long and like purdy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you were wearing the beanie and shit. And you were skating. There was like this at the Van Skate Park Milpitas. It had like these like banks, and then there was like ledges across, and you were doing nose grinds, and you had the Mark Johnson 2s on.
Oh, I love those.
Those
are the best shoes to skate.
Yeah, they were the fucking best, and you had them on, and you were like all green and blacked out, and I was like, yo, that fool's hella steezy. And they were like, that's Tosh Townend, and I was like, oh shit. And like I went up and said what up to you, and you like were doing nose grinds, and you were just like, hey man, nice to meet you, blah blah blah, and that was like it.
Well,
then,
good.
Yeah, no, you were super chill.
I'm glad to hear it was like a good response.
Yeah.
Because I've heard from some people like, you were a dick.
Really?
I'm like, dude, I don't even remember that situation. Like I was probably had something going on in my head. Like, for instance, like what I'm talking about is demos. I've gotten like a lot of that from demos where people are like, I don't know, he's just dick, or he.
Well, dude, you're trying to work essentially. You know,
kind of, yeah. You know, you're like in the zone.
Yeah.
And I think I would put off this persona like I was like pissed off, but it would be me so concentrated that when I was skating, it was like I had like a pissed off look. But it's because I was like I wanted to kill that ledge, or I wanted to kickflip it and kill it.
Dude, yeah. Dude, you did a line that I watched today, and I can't remember the first trick, but you basically do like a kickflip front blunt in a line, and
that's
then
on the set and scene.
And then and then like nollie half cap flip on. It was like so perfect the way you did it. I was just like, oh my god, kickflip front blunt. It wasn't. It was like you kept going. I was. Oh fuck! You're just gonna do that? I mean,
that was on the whim. I never kickflip front blunted since that day.
Since that day,
I've tried. I've tried down rails. I haven't accomplished it,
dude.
I did, and I had never done a kickflip front blunt ever before that day. That was just like, all right, back tail kickflip front blunt and all a half cab kickflip.
That's what it was.
And I was just like skating. Let's get a line. I need to get a line. I need to get a line for this video. Let's do this.
Yeah. Damn. Son.
Like a lot of that stuff was like. It was just on the go.
On the cuff. Off the cuff.
Off the cuff. Yeah, like, let's just do this.
But that definitely shows a lot of testament to, like, how good you are at skateboarding.
Thank you.
Bro, okay. I have to – I mean, like, this is going to jump around a little bit, but one of
That's fine. That's how these interviews go, right?
Dude, I mean, well, yeah, fuck it, whatever. But, like –
they just go how they go.
Dude, well, the thing is that we actually, like, have, like, a history. It's not like the first time I've met you, you know?
Right.
So we went to skate Venice Park, and you still had your dreads. You had just set up this like massive 8.5 Warco board.
You're like, what's up with that Warco?
I was like, nah. I was just like, damn fool, you ride some big ass boards, but I was like, you're a big guy, so it's like I'm like not nearly as big as you are. So I was
you were riding like 7.5.
Nah, hell nah, bro. No, shit. Nah, no, I got 8 for sure. But
well, you know, like the tech guys back in the day, they would ride 7.5s, and then like Nigel, even for instance. I think he rides like a 7.75.
Still?
I think still.
I mean, that makes a lot
I don't
of
know
sense.
for sure about that. Don't quote me on that, but
bro,
he
if
rides
you're doing,
a pretty small board.
You're doing fakey full cab flips, like front boards, lips, however you want to call it. Like if you're doing that consistently down a rail,
right?
You have to be doing on a smaller board. You're not flipping around no 8 unless that dude's
it's
big.
way harder. Yeah.
Is he big?
He's not that big.
No, he's a small guy.
Yeah.
But we had gone to Venice and you set up the board, and I remember you went to go kickflip the 8. And you did it first try. Like, it was perfect. But I just remember watching you kickflip, and then you just, like, boom. So it's like a football, just stomp, you know? Like, it was perfect. And then you switch flipped it, and I was watching your parts today, like I was saying. And, dude, the switch flip, like, over gaps, over, like, big-ass stairs and shit. I'm like, dude, you do it the same way every time.
Switch flips.
The switch flips, dude. And it's like, when you had your dreads, it looked even more steezy because you do this like crunched up look, and your hair would like flip over every time you did it. It was sick.
Did I send you that one? I sent you the link to one, I think, right?
Which,
it was on the Instagram, on the Good Skateboards Instagram.
I don't think I got that one.
And it was a switch flip on. I have a Dogtown Tyler Henley board I'm riding.
Okay. I didn't see that one, but send it to me, and I'll definitely repost that for sure.
It's got a good little like roll up clip. So I'm like rolling down this thing, and then it clips to like the fisheye angle.
Okay.
I'll send it to you again.
Are you still shredding hard right now?
No.
At all?
Only when my daughter wants to skate. I go to the skate park.
Dude, do you still like bust it out?
To be completely truthful.
Dude, that's totally fine.
I mean, yeah, it's just I work so much, and everything is for, at the end of the day, for yourself first, right, is how you need to live your life, and then do things for others after. Because if you're not doing things for yourself or liking yourself or what you're doing for yourself, then you can't go out in the world and be good to other people.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, where was I going with that? But it's a trip that I don't skate every day anymore. That's where I was going. Like I only skate when my daughter wants to skate. She's like, "Let's go to the skate park, Dad." All right, I will go to the skate park, and I've been riding the same skateboard right now for over 4 months.
Oh, dude, yeah. I've had the same board for probably like a year, 2 years, maybe. Like,
yeah, it might even be longer than that.
It might. Yeah, it honestly might be. Dude, it might. Shit, yeah. But do you still? I mean, since you've been skating like your whole life, for you, is it like riding a bike? Like you'll just be able to do like stand up frontside 5.0s, or you like?
Of course.
Yeah.
I can definitely go to like some big transition and lean to disaster it.
Okay. Still got it.
Yeah.
It's just
I can still do like a couple tricks that like are my go-tos.
Okay.
But then that's where it gets boring for me. I'm like, oh, it's just my go-tos. Like I'm not
pushing the envelope.
I'm not excelling. I'm not learning anything new.
Yeah.
So there's a point where I'm like, I just don't really want to do it as much as I did before. And work takes over and providing for the family.
Of course.
That's like the first thing is providing for my family.
Yeah, and you're married now. For like people who don't know, you have a beautiful daughter, a beautiful wife. That's amazing. Nicole and Gemma.
Fuck
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
How long have you been married?
10 years, and we went through a rocky spot where we separated for 3.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew about that, but we did separate for 3, and then we got back together, which was the best thing that could ever happen for me and everybody. Her family, our daughter was so happy about it.
Damn.
And it's kind of like a story that you don't hear that often, Once people get to that point of separating, they don't ever really get back together because they've like all the turmoil and everything that they said to each other, they just can't forgive.
Dude, that's fucking heavy, bro. Yeah. Dude, that's so heavy.
So, like there's not that many stories that people divorce. We basically divorced. We were going to court divorcing in court. And I remember this day we were in the court and the judge was like, why are you guys even, he didn't ask us this, but he kind of had this look of like, it didn't seem like we were getting divorced because we were like flirting in court.
Dude, oh my God. It's like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
What y'all
like,
doing
are
right
you guys
now?
sure you guys want to get divorced today?
Yeah.
And then like shortly after that day, probably 6 months to a year later, we had got back together. I moved down to San Clemente and we moved into this 2-story house that's like 10-minute bike ride from Lowers Trestles, and I was just surfing every day and working. So when I would wake up in the mornings, try to surf, or I'd get off work and surf. Just for exercise too,
Yeah.
I love surfing. Granted, my dad's the first world champion, 1976.
Yeah, if we can get into that a little bit later.
So, it's like, of course I'm going to love surfing. Like all day today, I was watching the Pipe Masters, which is the contest on the North Shore.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, you are a surfer.
I'm a surfer. I'm a surfer at heart, for sure.
Dude, I remember we did a Dism Days or something like that, and it was like the first thing we had to do was go to the beach. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, you're like, do you guys surf? And we're just like, I mean, I'll surf, but I didn't bring shit. And he's like, I'm good, G. And then you just went out and surfed. And we're just sitting on the beach, just like smoking. Like,
what are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing here? I was like, it's hella fucking cold.
It's all cold. It was kind of like the day in the life with me with Dism.
It was like a welcome to the Dism thing.
Yeah,
we did like an 11-minute, 12-minute video,
Yeah.
or something, maybe even longer because it was like 2 parts, I think. We had the homie interview you and shit, Zach Dowdy. Dude, Zach Dowdy's been on the show.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Like keeping the homies.
Yeah, that's right.
But dude, yeah, that was a really fun time. I was actually talking about it. That specific day, we had showed up to your house, I remember, and I remember you opened the trunk of your car when we were getting ready to leave at some point, and it was like a sandwich, like a sandwich Tupperware, and it was just all weed, and then just like papers and a grinder, and ready to go. Yeah.
Like, dude, this is for the day, guys.
Yeah, and then it was like rolled them up. I think I rolled up a couple, and then you were just like driving like windows down. We were smoking, and it was just you were playing Dr. Dre's The Chronic, no lie. And I was like, this is probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, how times have changed,
dude. Yeah, I mean that was crazy. Like, yeah, we were talking about before the podcast. You don't drink or smoke anymore, and that's like when you told me that, I was like, wow.
Well, you texted me. So what do you like? You like what kind of beer do you like? And do you like spliffs or straight weed?
Yeah.
I was like, I texted you something like you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, no, it totally makes sense. I mean, it's fine.
Wonder like what happened to you?
Yeah.
Even my wife wonders what happened to you because I don't smoke weed anymore either.
Dude,
so she's like, because she likes to every once in a while.
Puff tough.
Yeah, she likes to like relax after her day.
Yeah, of course.
And she even does a little bit of the CBD flower too, because it does relax her. It's interesting, right? It's like it doesn't do anything to you. It doesn't get you high, but it does relax your body.
Interesting enough.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. A lot of people are like, "Is that a placebo?"
That's what I'm thinking. It's like, is this just another way to get people to smoke cigarettes, kind of thing? Like, I feel like sometimes it's. But at the same time,
it's a weird one. Bro. And the whole cart thing too is a weird one too.
Dude, I mean, I'll smoke a CBD joint or like put CBD in my spliffs.
Right.
And then I'll smoke a spliff after I go on like a 15-mile run. Bro, I honestly, God.
15-mile run? Yeah. What, are you running marathons?
I just ran a marathon on Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 26.2.
No way.
Yeah, bro. 50K is the next one. That's going to be 31-miler. That's going to be the next one.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like,
and why are you doing all that? This just because, or because
my dad
injury too?
No, well, that like I'm got my body back in 100%. Like I'm in jiu-jitsu now.
Nice.
Like training pretty tough, and then running and just fucking working out. Like I went to the gym before I was here when we were texting. I was like at the gym. I was just like, fuck, man, I got to get strong. Like if you're weak, get strong. That's it. Like fuck it, you got to do it. And then I got nothing really else going on. It's like, I mean, I have a shitload of stuff going on.
I understand. But my getting strong is surfing.
But dude, so you're battling the natural elements, Mother Earth, bro. Right. That's like, and there's nothing that's ever the same because each current is going different, and it's like the waves are always crashing.
Well, in the pros these days, they're like all about training. But my training is like in the water or literally working.
What about like cross training though? You know,
I know I should. I honestly I should do it, but I don't. I've never been into going into the gym. I've always been like, I don't know. It's just a little like. It's like I feel awkward in the gym.
For sure. For sure.
Like lifting weights for me is just like I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. Like I don't know. But I understand like cross training, like using other muscles that you don't use when you're surfing.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
You know, I understand it, and I heard it all from my physical therapist.
Yeah. Shout out physical therapist. Yo, they're for real.
Dr. Tim Brown.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Tim Brown. Dude, I had Dr. Kyle Brown on here. They call him like the skate therapist.
Yeah, Tim Brown's he works for Hurley, and he works on all like the pro tour guys for the surf tour.
Dude, did you ride for Hurley?
And he's worked on don't ride for Hurley, but I get hooked up through Bob Hurley. If I give Bob Hurley a shout out, hey, I got this trip coming up. You think I can get some clothes?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on by.
Boom.
Make sure to say hello to me too when you come in.
Hell yeah.
You know, make sure to go to the front desk and ask for me to come down.
Dude, that's
so
what's
Bob
up.
Bob hooks me up.
Dude,
Thanks.
shout out Bob Hurley.
Yeah, thanks Bob Hurley for the clothes. And anytime I basically go to Indonesia to surf for a surf trip, or like recently we went to China and we did that wave that goes down a river.
What?
So
Dude, tell me about this.
It's a tidal bore that is created by the moon being close to the earth at the time, like the harvest moon.
Okay.
So in the month of October, it's the closest. And then due to the tides and the biggest opening of the river near Shanghai, and then on the interior as the river gets more shallow and starts winding, it creates a tidal wave. Basically, is what it is.
Damn.
So we're out there on jet skis with a team and a whole boat of a crew that's judging it's a contest too.
It's a contest.
It's a contest.
Oh my God. Okay.
Like it's 6. No, actually this year was 9 international teams. So France, South Africa. I was on the U.S. team. Australia, they call it Indo-Australia or Indonesian international team. And Brazil, and a couple others. Yeah, but it was like insane because we get all together and there's it's a team thing too because you're on a jet ski.
Yeah.
So it's one wave and you got to chase the wave. If you fall, your jet ski guy's got to get out the back of the wave, get you, and then chase the wave down and get in front of it. So you're like coming off the back of the wave, and I nose dove one time, and the ski just went completely underneath and then popped out the back, and the wave gobbled me up again. I came off the top of the wave.
Oh,
the nose of the jet ski went into the water, into the water, like off the wave.
Yeah.
And then just popped back up because I couldn't pull out of it. I tried to like throttle out of it.
Oh shit!
I was like, yeah. I was like, it just popped me and my teammate Kyle McGarry off. He's a local kid from Huntington Beach.
Whoa,
good surfer.
Dude, okay, so you're like doing it right now for surfing.
I mean, I'm still trying to do whatever I can that's gonna help me pay the bills and be relevant in surfing or skateboarding. I mean,
so you're a pro surfer too.
Technically, no, because I don't really have sponsors. But
you're just like people know who you are. You're shredding.
I'm a flow rider forever, Kano. I get Vans,
dude.
Justin Regan hooks me up. If I want Americas, they said I'm a lifer. They're like, anytime you want shoes from America.
Fuck yeah.
Boards wise, I can just I have a manufacturer that does good skateboards, so I just get those made, and then Hurley. So I do have sponsors, but I just don't get paid.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's what you did already, though. You've already accomplished that. You had your names on the boards. You had your own shoes, right? Like for America, Tosh Townend shoe.
Yep.
You've had your own sunglasses. You've had everything.
Next to one of the greatest skateboarders that's lived, Andrew Reynolds. I mean, come on. How was that guy's parts? And the longevity of his career has just been insane.
Dude, and he's come so far. Like insanity,
right?
I mean,
he's put out a part not even just 5 years ago that's next level.
Yeah,
like the kickflip down that gap that Jamie Thomas ollied back in the day.
Yeah,
that was
the Sacramento one.
Yeah,
or UC Davis. Sorry, UC Davis.
Yeah. You know which one I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Insane.
The fact that you've been on that team, I'm glad you brought that up. It kind of segueing it back to some on skateboarding. One of the first videos that I had too was the on skateboarding. I believe it was the like Thunder Down Under or Blunder from Down Under. So it was like America Australia trip, and Mark Johnson was there, and he was wearing Nike Cortezes in the video. And then it was like, but it's on an America trip, and he does like this backflip up this thing. But then they show you with like a broken wrist, and you like grab something off this elevator, like smack the shit out of like Ed Templeton with it or something like that. And they were just saying how like out of
that
control
was on video.
Yeah,
it was Australia America tour.
Yeah, and like you're just in there just crushing it.
That was some wild times.
Yeah? How old were you when you did that tour?
I was 14. I had just went to Japan with Element, and then I got off that tour, came back, and went to Australia with America.
Japan.
And those were
Australia.
those were the American days too. That was just like the team was insane.
Yeah. Well, you were on some
Mark
heavy hitters.
Yeah, it was like Mark Johnson, Donnie Barley,
Eric
Templeton, Ellington, Reynolds, Kirchart.
Dude.
I mean, that was like
Brian Herman was he?
Chris Sen.
Dude, Chris Sen.
Shout out to Chris Sen. He's the homie.
Dude, yeah. That was around
He's
that time.
living over in Big Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Kona though, right?
No, yeah, it's Kona.
Is it Kona?
It's like
Okay.
Big Island, Kona. Yeah,
Dude,
it's got a house like right there by Banyans.
that's where Leslie's from.
No way.
Yeah, she's from Big Island. Why, man? Yeah.
Awesome.
Dude, that's fucking crazy, bro. How was that trip? I mean, I remember in the video that Andrew Reynolds like went for
I
like
don't
a day,
even know if I
did a
should
demo.
say some of the stuff that happened on that trip.
Oh, never mind then. We don't have to if you don't want it.
We can. I mean, I just don't know where it's gonna go, but
No, well, like there was. I just remember in the video.
I don't want to call the team manager out too hard. But
No. Like, I just remember like Andrew. They say Andrew Reynolds was like there. He did like a demo and then like flew back. Like flew there.
That was what happened. I remember that.
Yeah, he said he had like an anxiety attack or something. Do you remember?
I remember exactly what it was.
Oh, what was it?
He had this girlfriend from Florida, and Andrew's like a kid, you know. He's in his mind, he's very kid-like. I don't know about these days. He's probably grown up more because he has a daughter now, and
Yeah.
he's got the family thing going on. But then it was like he was still such a kid in the sense of like with girlfriends. It seemed like he got there and he was like it was like a framed picture of this girl that was like in his backpack that he'd like pull out and like look at, and it was like the one day, the 24 hours, and he'd be like, I just gotta get back home, man. Like because he was like in love with this girl.
Oh damn.
So that's where the anxiety kicked in. He just couldn't do it. He couldn't hang with all the boys skating.
Yeah.
Basically. He's like, I gotta get back home. So flew in, did one demo, and flew out.
Damn, that's so.
And everyone else
crazy.
is just like, okay, we get it, Andrew.
Dude.
Whipped.
Oh my god, that was crazy, bro. Yeah, dude. I mean, that looks like a fun tour. You guys crushed it for sure.
That was some of the biggest turnouts to demos when it came to crowds that I've seen
Ever?
Damn. Was like that trip.
Wow.
I mean, even
Aaron Susky was on that trip too.
You know, you could say, I would say with like the fans, that were like, it was like the fans of skateboarding were like so hardcore and like so like America, like they were like these people that were on these tours still wear Americas to this day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's like how hardcore these fans were. Where I was going with that is, yeah, maybe those BAM tours, some of those Element BAM tours where BAM was like a big superstar in the limelight of MTV and all that, was just as big when it came to how many people were there, but they weren't like lifer of fans.
Yeah. They
Like,
were
it
more
was
fans
for-
of the show or something like that.
They were more fans of just not even skateboarding.
Yeah. They were fans of like the MTV BAM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like way cooler to see because like that's what we represented was skateboarding.
Yeah.
America was always like, this is skateboarding. You know, this is everything about the ads was just about skateboarding.
Yeah.
Where, you know, Etnies was the crossover and S was all about skateboarding too, but it was a little bit different. It was S was the
Steez, bro.
steezy and techie, more tech guys.
So Steve. Like
Yeah.
you Tom Penny.
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You
come
can't-
on, bro. You know what I mean?
I was a
Like,
fan of Tom Penny forever.
Dude, I'm still a fan of Tom Penny.
He's still a fan.
I follow his this Instagram called Cult of Tom, and it's just like, oh my god, bro.
Cult of Tom.
It is, bro. Just like
So-
front side flips, switch front side flips, back nose blunts, like fuck whatever, you know. But
Timeless.
dude, timeless
Stuff, like, you know, where you can do a frontside flip like that. And that's how Reynolds is too. His frontside flip's timeless.
stuff. Dude. You know what's timeless of your tricks that I've noticed is your nose blunts.
Hell yeah.
Dude, nose blunts all day, bro. That nose blunt that I posted to you today, I was just like,
You know where that's at?
no.
Puerto Rico.
That's in Puerto Rico?
That's where my wife's from.
That's where Nicole's from?
Yeah.
Was she born there?
She was born there and then moved to Florida.
Damn.
in Jersey, and then grew up in California in like high school.
Damn. Where did you meet her?
We met in San Diego when I was down. We were visiting. I was with a friend. We went down to see the Gumball 3000. You ever heard of that? Like that car rally tour.
No.
Bam was kind of doing it too, and Bam got us in this rooftop down in the gaslight district.
Oh, gas lamp.
Gas lamp.
Yeah. And you fucking just were on the top of this building?
And we were just like raging, having a good time, and this girl had come up and basically bought me a drink, and we just hit it off from there. Like we like locked eyes, didn't stop from there. You know, it's like we were just hanging out from that day on.
Damn.
And I was always like telling my friend, I'm like, man, I think this is like the girl. This is the one.
Damn, like that quick?
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Damn, son, for real.
Yeah. And I was young too. I was 22, 23.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, son, that just proves that
just
point.
happens.
Like you just know.
Yeah.
When you know, you know.
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
That's fucking crazy, bro. Good for you.
And we met then, and it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, meeting her, because Gemma's in our life now.
Yeah, dude.
Our daughter that's 9, going on 10.
Dude, dad life.
Going on teenager to driving soon. Before I know it, that's going to happen.
Bro.
She's already asking me what car can she get. She wants my truck.
She wants your truck? She's like, I want that right there.
Which is actually Uncle Jai's truck.
Damn.
That I bought off him when he moved to Australia.
There you go. Just got to pass it down through the generations, man.
Keep
Let
it
them
going.
know.
It's a Toyota. It's going to run forever.
Dude.
My dad's got a Toyota 4Runner. It's got 500,000 miles on it.
500?
500,000 miles.
And it's still going.
And he's never, the transmission hasn't gone out. The engine hasn't gone out. It hasn't, nothing, the regular wear and tear has gone, but like the main components, transmission, engine, never been replaced. I'm like waiting to the day he calls. It's like the thing finally kicked the bucket.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's got to be any day. 500,000 miles on a transmission.
Dude, I know. Yeah. Dude, mine blew at like 150. And then they redid it, and then I got another like 100.
What kind of car?
It was a Chevy Avalanche.
I was going to say a Chevy.
Yeah, it was a Chevy.
I was going to say that too.
Dude, it was,
They're
bro.
like known to go out. 100,000 miles, that's they go.
I have a Toyota now.
Yeah.
Dude, I never make that mistake again. Those things go forever.
They do.
Love them. And then like Leslie, my wife, she actually has like a Toyota 4Runner that she's had since she got it when she was in high school. And she
the
bought
4Runners go,
yeah,
dude.
Bro.
I mean, just Toyotas in general just go.
Love
it's crazy.
It. Especially the old ones. Like, dude, I remember growing up in the Bay Area, my homie Frank had he put a fucking speaker in the back of his 4Runner and then plugged it into the sound system, and he would just play like Bia Bia. You ever heard that song with Lil Jon, Ludacris, and Too Short? Bia Bia.
Oh, yeah.
Stop acting like a bitch. Bia Bia. Like that shit would just ring.
Rolling up to skate parks, rolling
No, he didn't
up.
skate. This was not my skate homies. These are like G gangster homies.
G gangsters.
Yeah. So because
rolling up to school like that, or no?
they
It's
would
after
drop
school.
us off. Yeah, they like drop us off. They're like the older homies, and they're
Yeah.
like all Mexican, all like like choloed out, like rolling tight. You get in their car, like, yo, what's good, G? And they're just like, oh yeah, what's good, little homie? And then like you get in there and your fucking body vibrates, not your skin, not your clothes, your body.
Because they got subwoofers and 12-inch speakers out the back.
No, they had one speaker. It was just a full-size speaker. Dude, it was ridiculous. But
That's
either
too
way,
funny.
So,
awesome.
the one thing I definitely wanted to talk to you about was like, I'm glad you brought it up because I actually didn't remember that part, but I wanted to segue into that. It was like, dude, what was it like riding on Element with Bam during that whole time? Because I'm assuming you were a part of that, like that kind of like the rise of Jackass and all that stuff. And you were there. You were like doing demos. You were part of the Bam Mania or whatever. Like, were you ever just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was a bit of a trip.
Yeah.
Because what happened in the beginning was CKY.
Yep.
So that was before he had really blown up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in those videos. I was pretty prevalent in CKY 2K. Because I had gone out there and I shot a whole interview in like 3 days with Arto Sari. We went out and visited Bam, and we shot we shot this whole trip. Basically, it was a trip. Let's go out and get an article done. And
For like Transworld or something like that?
It was for Skateboarder or I think it was for Skateboarder.
Okay.
And maybe Transworld. I can't remember. Well, what did Ryan G shoot for? Goose. You know Bam's photographer, the guy G?
Dude.
Whatever he shot.
Brother?
Whatever.
Was like
but it was whatever he shot for.
Okay.
Anyways, whatever he shot for. In 3 days, we shot a whole article. And then a lot of that footage fell into CKY2K.
Sick.
I rolled my ankle pretty bad, but then, which is pretty good story, actually. I was trying to do a backside 5.0 180 down like a 9 or 10 stair handrail.
Round or square?
Round. So it was like pretty daring to do that.
Scary as fuck, yeah.
Backside level 180 down a round handrail that I got a crooked grind on that was in the interview. That was in the article. And then rolled my ankle. It wasn't that bad. 3 days later, got back to California and I feeble grinded El Toro.
Whoa. What? You just feeble grinded El Toro?
Yeah, I already had it in my mind. You know what I mean? I was like, before I went on the trip, I tried to board slide El Toro in the dark, no cameras, no nothing, just to try it.
Just with the homie?
Just with the homie. Yeah, we were like, let's go look at El Toro. And then it was kind of like, oh, I think I could do this, I'm going to try to board slide it. No lights or nothing. There's just the regular light that was in the school.
Yeah.
So I tried it, and I stuck halfway down and jumped and completely, bruised my heel.
Oh, my goodness.
Went on that trip to BAMS with Arto and Bastion, I believe, was on
Salabanzi?
Yeah.
Yo, what? That's...
I think so.
That crew is insane.
I think it was. Well, that was the time that we were all. It was Arto, Ed Templeton, Bastion, and I. We all rode for Rusty Clothing, Rusty Surfboards, which was Rusty Clothing.
Yeah,
had a skate team, which my dad put together.
Your dad put it
pretty
together?
much. He was working for Rusty, and then there was a skate team manager.
Okay.
That put that team together.
Damn.
So I think that's why we had linked up. And went over there because those guys were flip guys.
Yeah, those are two flip guys.
They were cool with Bam, and Bam invited us to his house, so we went out and met his mom and dad and
Phil and
April,
yeah.
Phil, and the whole family.
Did you meet Ryan Dunn before?
Yeah, Ryan Dunn we were pretty cool actually. Ryan Dunn was a cool dude.
Dude,
that was real sad that he passed.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
fuck.
To Ryan Dunn.
Damn, dude. But you met all those dudes?
I met all those dudes, yeah.
Dude.
They're all a bunch of psychos.
Dude. What was it like? Did you enjoy being a part of such a legendary video?
It was awesome. It was awesome being part of that. And then segueing back to what you were talking about was CKY2K, and then he blew up and it was Element and Heartograms and Bam and all this shit.
The private jets and shit.
Yeah, that was just kind of all right, landing in Australia, getting picked up by limos because Bam was on the trip. If it wasn't Bam on the trip, we weren't getting picked up by limos.
Dude, did you just did people just throw themselves at you pretty much when he was around or something
We did a signing that trip when we got picked up in limos in Australia, and he was either hungover or something, and he puked in his hand, and the girl drank it.
That's so gross, bro.
It made me sick that I gagged and puked right there too. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe that just happened.
No way.
I puked too. I was like, I can't handle that.
Yo, that is, I will say on some level, it's savage as fuck for that
That
chick.
is gross.
Yeah, but it's so gross.
That's so nasty. That's just on another level of fan.
Dude, obsessive. It's
cult-like.
Dude. But was that on the
Shout
trip?
out to Bam though. I feel like he's in a better place too. He's got a little kid that I see on Instagram.
Oh damn, I didn't know
with
that.
This girl Nikki, I think, and then he's always posting the little guy, and he's been sober too.
Yeah, man. I saw his
because he was going through some rough times, I think too.
Yeah, he moved out to Spain or something like that.
And then he moved to he was in Huntington Beach, in a treatment center.
Oh damn, really?
Yeah, pretty recently.
Fuck.
So dude, drugs and alcohol is a hell of a deal. But
Do you think
kids stay away?
Yeah, definitely stay away. Keep off the drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Especially like pills and shit. Like a dude that rapper died off of pills.
I heard about
the
that.
Juice World or whatever.
Just recently, right?
Like a
Because
couple
he was
days ago.
he was going to get in trouble and he ate them all. Is the story.
Is that what they said?
I just heard the story like yesterday.
Oh my.
Someone's like, yeah,
goodness.
he was getting pulled off his private jet and he had like 70 pounds of
Like weed.
weed.
Yeah.
And then he had all these Percocets, and he just ate all the Percocets. I was like, why'd you do that,
Why
dude?
did you do that?
You were already getting in trouble.
And then he dies. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
And I don't really know who it was or what music he was.
I don't know him.
Somebody was like bringing up the music video though, too, or the song. Like, oh yeah, you've heard the song. If you heard it right now, you'd know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
But I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I know he's one of the newer rappers.
I'm an old man. I listen to 6:40 a.m. all through the day.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm just because it's like driving, it's like it's just driving and calmly driving and just listening to kind of what's going on with politics and
Oh no,
shit going on in the world.
dude! I stay clear as fuck of that.
No.
Yeah, I was
Carl
like,
was oh no, politics,
dude! I stay so clear of politics, bro. I mean,
I know, dude. Honestly, I stay clear of it too because my wife and I don't.
You don't agree?
Kind of like, yeah, she's Democrat. I'm like not Republican, but
You're more conservative.
I'm just like independent. Like I'm just like
Okay.
I ride independence. I'm
All
a
right.
skateboarder.
Dude, yeah, I mean, I definitely have my views and stuff, but at the same time, I try to just think on more of a surface level of the people that I can affect around me on a daily basis.
Right. Who can you help and affect around you?
And that sees no political affiliation. Like, if the person across the street who happened to give me a free beer is having some trouble around this neighborhood or something like that, and I can help out with that, it's like, yo, I see you every day because I work right across the street from you and you gave me free beer and I give you free coffee. So, like, hey, I'll fucking help you out. Or, like, whatever.
Right.
Or something. That's
Things
what I
that
care
you can
about.
do
Immediately
to help. And it's...
And then there's, like, of course, there's bigger things, you know?
Right. Like, do you vote?
I do vote. I do vote. I will say.
Do you vote?
I do. I actually, with that being said, that I'm not like super into politics. I do think as an American, it is a given right being an American that you get to vote.
Right.
So, and I was a history major when I first went to college, and I take pride in being an American and like, yeah, fuck yeah, we can vote. And I mean, it might not actually, like, in the scheme of things, the electoral college doesn't, whatever. But like, fuck, man, if I can make a difference, at least in this area, all right, cool. But if not, the whole state goes blue anyway, so it's like, whatever. At least I tried. I put forth my best effort to like make a difference.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I focus more on like this right here.
California is hard, man. I mean, California is a really hard state to live in.
It is. And it's, I mean, on the ballot, though, they put in splitting the state up into like 3 different states. At first it was 6. And then now the one that made it through, I think, is like,
it's like
into
southern,
3.
central, and northern.
Yeah. No, it's northern, southern, Los Angeles. Los Angeles like becomes like its own state.
What?
Yeah. Or like,
Well, you'd think it'd be San Francisco or Sacramento.
dude, no, they're in NorCal. They're just like in NorCal.
Yeah, that's NorCal, but still, you'd think Sacramento would get that.
Dude. I mean,
or like I said, it would be southern, central, and northern.
yeah.
Not Los Angeles. That's
Yeah.
some bullshit.
That's what I thought. I was like, what the? Why did they get to name it? It's
Yeah.
like, it's going to be Northern California, Southern California, like North Carolina, South Carolina, and then Los Angeles. Like, get the. Given another state.
That's bullshit. That's crazy. Yeah, politics is a tough one. Because anytime you get into politics with people, too, it ends up getting, like, nasty.
Well, there's.
Usually.
The thing is so interesting about it is that I heard this on a podcast the other day, so I can't take this as, like, my original idea, but.
Can't take credit for this.
I can't take that. Thank you. I can't take credit for it. Right now in these times, people are so divisive or like divided, I should say.
Segregated.
Divided is segregated. It might like be other connotations, but like
They were talking about that on 640. How
dude, well, the fact
schools.
that you're divided And because like, oh, you might be Democrat and this person might be Republican, all of a sudden, not only do you disagree, but now you have to like hate each other, and people get like,
that's bullshit.
You
Why
know
does
what
it
I
have
mean?
to be like that? It's what I've always said. Why are we fighting each other in our own country?
That's what I'm saying.
We're in America. Let's all just agree to disagree.
Yeah, and be American.
And be Americans. And, you know, if your thing didn't pass because you didn't have enough votes, well, too bad.
Yeah.
Tough shit.
There you go.
Go
It's
vote.
democracy.
Go vote again.
It's democracy, bro. That's how. Yeah.
Next year when it comes up again with that issue.
Yeah.
Whatever issue it is.
But that's the beauty of it. It's like, bro, we don't have to hate each other. Like, yo, let's go get a coffee. Let's go hang out.
Exactly.
You know, like, yo, let's chill.
Like where it's like Democrats and Republicans hate each other.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
It's
like,
dumb.
Yo, come on now. If like, I don't know political affiliations. Like, yo, we can just have a conversation. You like to shoot guns. You're Republican. You like to do these things. I love to shoot guns. I love it. It's awesome. You want to? Oh, you do jujitsu. I just started. You could probably choke me out. Like, yeah, sick. Let's like, you know, you find common ground with people. Like, fuck all the other stuff. Like, bro, come on. Let's be real here.
Let's find some common ground.
We're people first, man. We're humans.
For sure.
Yeah, we're like cliquey, I guess you could say, tribally. You know, like.
Well, it's like skateboarding.
Yeah.
Right?
You click up. You got your crew. You got your homies.
And skateboarding's become that way too.
I
where
mean,
it's like there's cliques in skateboarding.
Yeah. It gets weird when it gets like
into the contest scene, and there's
Yeah.
like, you know, there's these team managers that are like clicked up and cool, and there's the other ones talking shit on those ones. It's
See,
like,
the talking shit thing, that was the thing that always got me being in the industry. It was like, I've never seen so many grown-ass men talking shit about each other when it's like, bro, literally.
but not even to their faces.
Yeah, not to their faces. And then when like you see them, it's
That's like all these strong people on Instagram.
Yeah.
And all this stuff then Facebook, and they're like trying to like be all tough.
It's like, bro, honestly, if you have a problem with me, just come up and talk to me about it. Like,
No one, very rarely does that happen because people are cowards.
Back in the day, that was the thing. Is
That's how it was.
I was so aggro about it. It's like, yo, if you're gonna talk shit to my face. I get all aggressive about it.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't talk shit, bro. And, you know, and I was heated all the time.
I think that's why we see eye to eye, Connor. Because
Yeah.
I was always the same way. Hey, you're gonna talk shit? Why don't you say it to my face?
Yeah. It's not like I'm going to fight you about it right now. It's like, we can talk about
Let's
it.
just talk about it.
If you're going to be a dick about it, then yeah, okay, we can go there. But it's like, okay, you don't like me. Please tell me why. Did I do something to physically like piss you off? Something like, yo, maybe I fucked up. I will
I
apologize.
don't like the way you look.
Yeah. I don't like your face. Something about your face. I want to hit it. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry, bro. What do you want to do?
I can't do anything about that.
Dude, that's not even like, fuck. But see, the thing is, though, what you have over me is like you're a big dude. So like you're like, what are you saying, fool? And be like, oh, shit. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, my bad.
I remember at a trade show, and I was just getting, you know, recognized in skateboarding, like kind of coming up.
Yeah.
And I remember going into the beer garden. I must have been 21, but I think I was like before. Maybe I was like 18, 19. But I remember I was going into the beer garden. I had to have been 21. But I don't remember. I think I was like 18, 19.
Maybe you got a wristband and just like walked in.
Yeah, I was probably just getting in there. And Mike York walks by me and goes, he said something like, whoa, bro, don't punch me or something. Like something like that. I was like going to like punch him or something. I was like, oh. Like it was the East Coast, West Coast thing almost. It was really weird. And I've never had anything against Mike York. I've always respected his skating.
Yeah.
But it was just like funny, like how I kind of got that from people because I feel like I was kind of stealing the limelight from
like
skateboarders that had already been up in the game.
Yeah.
You know, so like I was
Well,
getting a little bit of this hate from people.
Well, that's interesting. I'm glad you said that because that was the one thing in skateboarding, especially for me, that I don't. I mean, I was victim of it too. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I didn't talk shit. I didn't hate. Like, I definitely did. One of my homies told me I used to hate a lot. But
You're like, really?
Yeah. I was like, fuck, did I really?
It was like that?
But the thing is once I got older, it was like.
We all did.
Yeah, the hate.
We all did.
That hate shit is like, bro, like, just be positive. Like, fuck.
Yeah, let's just be positive. Remember flipping through mags?
Yeah.
And being like, nope, nope, or like, yes, or like, you know, you'd be like, you basically just be going through mags, just like
judging
the whole mag all the way through with the ads from like even the editorial coverage, everything, just like, that sucks. That's good.
Yeah. This fool's buttery. That dude sucks.
Yeah.
Do you know, dude? Nah.
That shit's ugly.
Yep. Dude.
Look at that style. That shit's ugly.
Boo-boo. Yeah. Dude, hell yeah. And that dude,
Like,
especially
you're like,
if you're in Hollywood, too. I remember when I rode for Brooklyn Projects, oh, my God, the Hollywood skaters were like another level of hater.
they love it.
Another level of hater. Not hating on them like right now, just like at the time. Dude, I mean, again, I was probably hating there with them, but like, damn, it was just ruthless, bro.
Yeah.
Steel sharpens steel. And then sometimes steel just like pisses some people off, you know, because like it got to a point where like so many people would be talking shit that it got to a point where it's like, dude, we're like, when I grew up in the Bay Area, like you talk shit, you definitely had to fight.
Right.
Down there, that was the thing. Nobody be talking shit to face. And it's like you call somebody out and then you like, they don't fight you. That was like the biggest thing that pissed me off because I was like, yo, let's fight.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah, let's fight. Like, I'm down. And I mean, I got into a couple fights in LA, but there, I mean, at the same time too, there was like a whole nother exposure of like gang life and shit that like the homies, some of the dudes that I was rolling with. Dude, some dude told me he was going to he left his pipe in my car. Like we were like 19 years old and he's like, if you don't bring that pipe back, I got some homies who are Crips and like, they're going to come and find you. I was like, for a pipe, bro.
Yeah,
like
over a pipe.
A pipe?
Oh,
like go get a new pipe. You left it in my car. Somebody took it. I don't know.
Smoke some green, bro. Relax.
Yeah, roll a joint. Like, dude, homie was so serious. We ended up having to go buy him another pipe, and then we rolled up, and he had like a homie roll up to the car, like with him, like, yeah.
Told you.
Pipe. Yeah.
Told you this is my boy.
Yeah, like
next
calm
time,
down, bro.
Next time. Okay.
Dude, but
people are fucking stupid.
Dude, I mean that's just some LA shit. I digress. But dude, the one thing I also want to talk about. There was one thing that I've actually seen that was one of my personal favorites. But then I asked my homie Josh here. He skates, and he was like, I was like, hey, do you know who Tosh Townend is? He's like, yeah, I know who he is. And he's like, the cheeseburgers. And then he like called out some quote. You were like, yeah, I was about to yak, but then I like threw down some more or something. Like
threw down some water and
he
kept eating them because it was a bet.
Okay, tell me about the cheeseburger thing. Like I remember watching it on Fuel TV.
So we were in Europe and go ahead.
No, that was just I remember watching on Fuel TV. I never saw like the full thing. I just saw you.
Yeah, there was
eating.
like a clip of it from the America tour, and it was we were with like Reynolds and Kirchart.
Okay,
and Reynolds and Kirchart. That whole trip was like, it would be like we'd be like in eating some food, and like Kevin Spanky Long would be outside skating, and we'd be like, I got $5 on it that he doesn't make this try. The whole tour was about like
just betting on
just
shit?
betting, like just constantly like betting on everything, like the car, you know, how many red cars are gonna drive by, like some of them real like it was constantly something stupid, right?
Yeah.
So then that came up, and I was like, I'll bet you $200 each, Heath and Andrew, that I could eat 12 cheeseburgers
In one sitting?
in one sitting.
Damn. And so they're like, I'll take that bet.
Yeah, they're like, I'll take that bet. Okay, let's bet.
And then they filmed it.
Yeah, I bet them. Of course they filmed it. I had my skateboard down, and then I stacked them all up on the skateboard.
Jesus.
And it was kind of like an eating contest. You know, I had it down to what I was going to do.
Okay.
I had the pat down.
Okay.
Yeah, I had like the patting down. I was like ready. I was ready. I had 2 glasses of water. I made sure, because they didn't have any stipulations. So I made sure I got the cheeseburgers plain, just cheese, meat, in the bun.
Okay.
And then sweet and sour sauce. Unwrapped them, dipped them, and just kept going. And when I got to like the 8th burger, I was like slowing down. Like, I don't know if I could do this. And then that's when I was like, and I took down some water, and I just kept going. So I ate 12. And then the bet was, too, I couldn't puke for 5 minutes or something.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
You're just holding it back for 5 minutes, just like hating life?
And then that's in the video, too. I puked.
Yeah,
but I had waited the 5 minutes.
So you got $400 for eating 12 burgers.
Yeah.
Fucking G.
I was like, all right, cool.
Dude, Steve.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be a good couple days.
it's on Kirchart and Reynolds, yo. It's ready.
Yeah.
Dude. Also, another thing, you in that on skateboarding video, you did that 14 on 14. Now, you got the cover of Skateboarder magazine, tail sliding a 16.
15.
15 at 15? Because
Yeah,
I remember
15.
I thought it was 16 at 16.
15 at 15.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that cover though. How was that like a thing because you just had to keep going? They're like, oh,
no, that was nothing that I was doing. That was all the media.
Okay.
The media started with the on video with the 14 and 14.
Okay.
And then you know how media goes. They're just trying to
just hype it up.
and create
a buzz.
Yeah, they're creating the buzz.
Yeah. It's like, dude, Tosh Townend's out here killing it.
Yeah. Which thank you to them.
Yeah.
For doing that, because it kind of did, when people see that, it makes you remember it.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude. Fuck yeah. I mean, but see, the
14
thing is,
and 14 thing, like, I don't know how many times I've heard that from people.
Dude,
and that's like,
for life.
How long ago is that? And it's something that stuck.
Well, it's also, that being said, it was a different time back then, bro. Like, you got that on skateboarding video. That's all you were going to watch for a long time.
Yeah.
You just rewind,
it was VHS.
watch it. Yeah, you rewind it, and then boom.
It was like just getting DVDs around that time, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't even think so, though.
I don't think so either.
I think like in the next few years,
after
DVDs
that. Yeah, DVDs started
came
to pop
out.
up. Dude, I got Menic Mahdi, and all my on skateboardings, all of them were VHSs.
No way.
Dude, Black Cat. Yeah, dude. I think my first DVD skate video was like the new 411.
Since we're the same age, what videos did you grow up on?
Oh, dude. First video I ever saw was Misled Youth. Second video I saw, Fulfill the Dream. And then I bought Black Cat.
See, I was introduced at a very young age because of my father.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask
you. So I was
about.
like
When
Wheels on Fire.
Okay, so when
you
did you
seen
start
Wheels
skating?
on Fire?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I was like honestly the first skate video I ever saw.
Dude, how old were you?
There's two of them. There was Wheels on Fire, and then there was another one that was like, it was like the same Santa Cruz type video, but it was like just Streets of Fire. That's what it was. Wheels of Fire and then Streets of Fire. And that was like the second one.
Dude, so who was in those videos?
It was like Nodis maybe, or like, I can't even remember because it was like I was so young that I was like watching skating, like not even knowing
like what was
who
going
was
on.
even in there. The ones I can remember and like the guys that I remember being in the videos was like that too, like Thrill of It All, Misled Youth. And that was like that rail time.
The Chompers.
Yeah, where it's just like, that's what drove us to start trying to skate rails.
See, it was really weird for me when I loved skateboarding, but when I watched Misled Youth, it honestly didn't click with me. Like Jim Greco, I'm spitting in the camera. Now that I watch it now, I love it. But at the time, I remember just thinking like, damn, what a dick. Like,
yeah.
Like
right.
that kind of pissed me off.
Some people, it didn't click. People were like, what? This guy's an asshole.
Because I had a camera. I was like, dude, I'd be pissed off you spit in my camera. But at the same time, that's just me.
That was like that not Spanky. That was like that.
The Piss Trunks, right?
That like Vibe and Knox Godoy. It was like, fuck the camera, fuck you. I'm like this little shit.
But it was also
and
like,
I can do anything I want.
Well, I mean, now that I've been skateboarding shaped my life in so many different ways, musically as well. But I didn't appreciate that music because I didn't listen to it. Like
the Misled You stuff too.
Yeah, I didn't like the Who and shit like that. I was like, what is this
stuff? You were into the Woo.
I was into the hip hop, and so when I saw Fulfill the Dream, my homie Robert, he fucking told me, he's like, skaters don't listen to rap, and I was like, and then he got fucking Fulfill the Dream, and we watched it. I was like, bro, this is my video right here. I was like,
that was the Muska,
dude. Smolik was my like.
And Smolik. That was like the San Diego crew. Sammy Baptista.
Yep. Jesse Sylvie.
Brandon Turner.
Dude, Tone to Win.
Switch hard flips for days.
Bro, like, oh my God. Fulfill the Dream still to this day. Like in Peter Smolik's part, he's like, Sky walking in my ES. Like, yo, that's.
Yeah. I
didn't even care about, like, they all skated rails. It was all good. Like, I don't give a fuck. But now as I'm older, I'm like, oh, dude, play all the music. I'm down.
I was watching the 9 Club with the Muska the other day. He was talking about that. He was talking about Fulfill the Dream and how he put together the team. He basically said yes or no, but those guys were like, those guys, the Baptistas and the Smoliks, they were grandfathered in by the owner.
Okay.
Is kind of how he put it. But he's like, if I didn't want him on the team, I could have said no. But I love them all.
Yeah.
He had the shot call.
Well, dude, I mean,
he was the shot caller.
Yeah,
he was the Muska.
The shorties T-shirts, the fucking circus shoes.
Everything was him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was an amazing time, I feel like, in skateboarding. I loved it. I littered my walls with shorty shit. Like, that was what I wanted to be like 100%.
Yeah.
When did you know? Like, you started skating young. When was the moment you were like, yo, this is it? Like, when you were talking about before the podcast, you wanted to focus on skateboarding and do one thing. And
so I was surfing and skateboarding.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a time at like around 10 years old, probably into like 12, that I was like, I just quit surfing. And I made fun of surfing.
Oh, really?
I said, well, because my brother surfed, and I was like, surfing's for kooks, like, whatever,
All the while your dad's the first world champion.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I was like, it's because I was so concentrated on skating that I was like, I don't want to do anything else but skate.
Yeah.
I want to become professional. At 10, I knew I wanted to become a professional skateboarder.
Damn.
So then it took 6 years.
6
years, yeah.
Dude, that's a quick turnaround time, honest to God. Some people never do it. You're like, 6 years is fine. I got it. Knocked it out.
Well, in these days, too, it's different, right? I mean, people go pro, they kind of turn themselves pro, right?
I mean,
it's kind of weird these days.
It's definitely changed in the aspect of like
with the social media and all that kind of stuff.
Well, dude, it's like you don't even need to sponsor me tapes anymore. You have your Instagram as your sponsor me tape. Like,
hey,
here's the video.
check out my Instagram.
Check out my gram. Boom, there you go. People,
but
go
it's
viral,
not this. It's not the same. You still have to be getting in the mags. I feel like if you're not getting in the mags, then you're not anybody. The mags is what makes or breaks you. That Instagram,
maybe not, because Transworld's all media now, like all digital, right? So it's like Transworld's gone,
but
Thrasher's the only one left.
you better be getting the streets on fire or whatever they call that one, like with the not Spitfire but Thrasher. Thrasher does
like
the
thing firing lines.
You better be getting the firing line.
Yeah.
You better be getting everything that Thrasher's doing. You better be getting one of those.
Yeah, but see, Thrasher's doing it different. They're doing it way better. They still got print. They do they have an app now, and they have the website.
I agree.
Yeah.
But and then like I was saying, the Transworld too. Like you better be getting a Transworld part. If you want to be like a pro that people are like, all right, that guy deserves to be pro.
Is it still that way though anymore?
I don't. Yeah.
You remember back in the days, like you got a Transworld part. Yeah. That was when you went pro.
That was when I went pro. It's like you get a Transworld part, and those guys were pro already. Like John Cardiel. He was pro. Heath was pro.
But then there was
Dustin was pro.
The later
and Henry
ones,
Sanchez was the old school.
Yeah. Dude, he did like...
He was the old school link to that video. Like, yo, Henry's back, kind of.
Yeah.
He was like from the Embarcadero days.
Yeah, he was on DGK when that video,
he was
right?
like... You could go back and see like videos of him from...
Like Tim Gavin.
From the 80s.
Tim
skating
Gavin
Embarcadero.
Yeah, with all those dudes like Mike Carroll and shit.
Or maybe it was the early 90s.
Yeah, I think it's all around that time. It was like wasn't it like Tim and Henry's Playhouse? It was like they had like a video with like Tim Gavin and Henry Sanchez, right? Wasn't it them together?
I think so. I never saw that, but I kind of know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and like Mike York, Carl Watson, all those dudes like back in those days. Yeah,
skating EMB.
Yeah. That's what that dude's from for sure.
Yeah,
he did like I think
because for me in the video. I didn't even know who Henry Sanchez was.
Damn.
Really? In my mind, I was like, oh, Henry Sanchez is like, and then I kind of did my homework on it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
But it wasn't easily
He's
accessible.
like an OG.
Yeah, you couldn't.
You know what I mean? I was like, he's an OG, and I'm like honored to be in the same video as him as well.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a hashtag you could just follow to be like Henry Sanchez. You know what I mean?
There was Google probably. Maybe. I think it was.
2002?
Was it 2001?
Oh, dude, guarantee you there was some.
Yeah, there was Google.
There was definitely the internet for sure. Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, being a part, like, what was it like? I mean, you're growing up, you're 10 years old, you decide you want to be a pro skateboarder, but your dad is this world-famous surfer, first world champion. I mean, did you feel like any type of pressure or like living in a shadow in a sense? Like, yo, I got to live up to like a certain expectation?
I get that question a lot. Or people even just saying like, oh, you're only where you're at because of your dad. Mm-hmm. I've like heard that from people too,
That's
which
rude.
Is bullshit.
Yeah, that's super
Because it's like, well, no, you wouldn't get in magazines. You wouldn't be. It's just a rude thing to say.
Yeah.
They're trying to like basically bring you down.
It's like, bro.
Like anybody that has a famous dad or someone that's a famous something, like in surfing, Kolohe Andino's in the Olympics for 2020. Mm-hmm. His dad's Dino and Dino. He's not, and he's in the world title race. He's not in the world title race because his dad's Dino and Dino. It's because of the hard work he put in.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't realize is I put in hard work of just skating every single day for hours on end, skating the Huntington Beach skate park.
Yep.
Watching Reynolds and watching Penny and watching whoever came through that skate park, Ryan Kinrich.
Damn, Dark Star. You're throwing some names out there.
R.I.P.
He died?
Yeah, Kinrich passed.
Oh, shit. R.I.P., dude.
Yeah.
I had his board.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
He taught me how to hard flip.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he lived right down the street from me, and then every time I'd skate, we'd go skate the HB park. It was skating distance when I was like around 14.
Dude, that's crazy. I haven't heard that name in years, bro. That was like one of my, I swear to God on my life, I had that board and I had it. I ran it to the ground, bro. It was one of my favorite boards. It was like the first board that I like consistently did flip tricks on. Like I learned all my boards and did all the tricks. That was the board. Like had tail slide marks going the right way. You know what I mean? Like
finally, you didn't have just like tail skid marks off the curb marks.
Dude, learning how to grind curbs, doing like heel flip, kick flip. Like I had learned tray flips by then. You know, like it was a good ass board. It was one of my favorite boards ever. Is it okay?
Why did you hear that?
No. Is it like something in your ears?
Oh, you know what it is?
There might be either the chair down there or like the ice machine.
That's what it is.
Okay.
I'm like, you hear that?
Oh, that,
it's buzzing.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worries.
Damn, that's crazy, man. But that's, you dropped some heavy names there. You got to see Penny skate the original HB park?
Oh, yeah. Templeton, too. Because Templeton was a local. So he'd come through and like nose blunt the shit out of the flat bar, nose blunt the shit out of everything, you know?
Damn.
Hit the kink rail, and, you know, he had like the hip down. A lot of my stuff I got from watching those guys.
Dude.
You know, you're learning on the fly.
Yep. But you're such a young age too. You're like a little sponge, just absorbing all of it.
Yeah,
dude.
Being around those guys.
Yeah.
Rowley.
Damn. These are the dudes that just like
Moley.
Oh.
Like all those guys were like living right there, you know. And the whole flip team,
right?
the whole flip team lived in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, Appleyard still lives around that area, right?
Yeah, Appleyard still lives. He bought a house over at Huntington.
Dude. That's fucking heavy, bro. No wonder you got so good.
Shout out to Appleyard, too. He's the homie.
Dude,
and
that's sick.
He's sick, too. I feel like Elements put him on the back burner.
Dude, is he still on Element?
It's like, yeah, exactly. You don't even know if he's on Element.
Is he, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean, though. It's like they put him on the back burner. They don't give him, like, pro boards with all the series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. As long as he's still getting paid, though, right?
Yeah, I think he still makes good money.
Is he our age? Is he older?
He's either younger. I don't know.
He's over 30, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I was like, damn. I hope he's still over 30. Like, I feel super old if that was the case. Like, damn. And then there was also one video that I wanted to talk to you about was the Kids in America. Dude.
That was the tour video. That is skateboarding.
No, yeah.
That was Kids in America, so that was like a whole video about the tour.
Okay.
And that's when I got the footage that you posted on the Instagram.
Yeah, the front blunt.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so beefy.
I kept watching it today too. I watched it a few times. I was like, damn, I really did do that proper. Not trying to like toot my own horn, but
dude, and
the way I had like ollied to it, because it was the thing about that ledge, it was really mellow and far out.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like a flat ledge, like you're going out off stairs flat ledge, but it was like really far of a blunt.
Yeah.
To be going downstairs. It wasn't just like something steep where you can just hit the end and be off of it.
Yeah. You were skating it like a ledge.
Ollied, like what I was noticing today when I was looking at it was how I ollied into it and then put the tail down.
Yeah, you dipped it.
Like, yeah. Boom. Like it ollied and then put the tail down and dipped it, and it was, I don't know, I was pretty impressed by myself.
You're like,
I was like, how the fuck did I do that?
Is that me right there?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like,
dude, you know what I noticed too about that clip?
The reactions.
Dude, no. Well, I'm going to jump from the front blunt to the lip slide, because the lip slide you've done consistently through all of your parts that I watched today. You always did lip slide to fakie.
Yeah.
Dude, how do you, I could do it, but it never felt comfortable to me. And the fact that you're doing them down big handrails and then long shootout rails like that, or like a ledge rail, you have like this steed too when you do it. Like you like bend back a little bit, and it looks fucking tight, but it feels so uncomfortable. How do you do that? To me, yeah. To me,
it was a way of putting a little extra twist on the lip slide. Okay. I was like, oh, the lip slide's so fucking basic.
Okay.
Maybe if I go to fakie, it'll make it cooler.
Dude, I legit.
That's literally what I thought. Like, because I was never tech. I was never good at flip tricks until I got bigger and I like could start doing 360 flips and hard flips and all that kind of stuff, which was like tech to me. I mean, when there was already like, Rodney Mullins and Day Ones like doing like the craziest shit ever. I'm just like, I cannot even comprehend that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean,
so I had to do what I could do my best, which was like handrails and bigger shit.
Yeah. So
I would just throw a little twist on it with like the lip slide to fakie. I'd be like, oh, if I go to fakie, it's like makes it like a different trick.
It kind of does. Dude, point taken. I mean, that's why I was like, dude, I don't know how he fucking does that. Because I would always feel like it's always, you would like ollie up, and because you're going to fakie, you're not going to throw the fakie at the end. I was like, it's like one movement almost. Like you're like going, but you're like continuously rotating.
You're
like,
going.
I don't know how to, that would just, I would try it a couple times. I remember I tried it down a handrail at the skate park. And I fucking like was going, and then I landed and I slipped and wow, I hit my face. And I think that's why I never again.
Yeah, I'm over that.
Dude, it was over the, it wasn't on down the rail. It was across the pyramid. So it was Van Skate Park Milpitas again, ollie up lip, and it was like bank to bank across the pyramid. And I went to fakie because I was doing them and I was like, oh, okay, I got it now. Yeah. And then on one, I just was over rotated and then slapped my face clean on the ramp, and it was just
that was a great day
in front of all the homies. Yeah, in front of all the homies. There's like, oh, dude, are you cool? It's like, fuck, like, oh, my face hurts.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was like throwing like an extra trick. It was like, oh, this is gonna change it up.
Dude,
that's what it was.
But that back to the front blunt. Again, it's the little things for me. It's like, yes, you did the trick obviously perfectly, but that like stop, like Spanky standing right there, and you like lean and then you just like touch the rail and then you just like, turn the other way, and it's like, oh damn, that was so steezy. Like you just like, it's like, yeah, I front blunted that, like whatever. Like that's how it looks, you know. It's just, like,
it was though. It
so
was because none of those guys were really touching that ledge,
dude.
Well, and we just had done like a 14-hour fucking bus ride.
Right off the bus, you did that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Literally, like we were going from. We were like going Germany. That was in Germany.
Damn.
And we were like going to Austria. We were going all over doing the demo tour. I remember going to this one place, and it was so cool because like you drive down into it, and it was a skate park with like castles off in the distance. What? It was in Austria. I'm pretty sure that was in Austria, or like countryside Germany.
Damn.
With castles in the distance, and that was like, so in that Kids in America at one of the demos, you can kind of see it. It's like it was the skate park with the big over full pipe. Okay. It had the egg full pipe.
Okay.
And then there was like, I did a couple like backside 5-0s, like gap to backside 5-0 down a kink ledge, but that was insane. And then we were going on gnarly tours, and the bus ride was so insane. I think that's why those guys didn't skate that ledge. It was so perfect.
Damn.
But we had just got off, literally, it was like over a 10-hour bus ride.
Did you wax it? Or like, what did you build? Like,
it was already ready to go.
It was already ready, so people have like obviously hit it?
It was already ready to go.
Damn.
Someone had hit it.
But
I think Spanky like board slid it, or like, I can't remember. There was like one other guy that skated it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was in the video. We got to watch the Kids in America. I haven't watched it for so long. I don't remember who even skated it.
It's they have like the full video on YouTube, and I started watching it. And I was like, okay, I don't have all this amount of time.
Yeah, I don't have this. Yeah. I don't have 30 minutes.
I watched I think 4 or 5 of your parts while I was on the bike, and I was like, okay, cool. And then it was like a 30-minute video. I was like, oh shit, I don't even know. I'm
Gano doing his research,
dude. I just want to make sure.
Dude. That's how you make these interviews come alive.
Well, I mean, like the fact that I know you already is like one great thing. Yeah. I have memories with you, but at the same time, like, there's so many things that dude, I'm no lie, I was a fan. Like growing up, I was just like, holy shit, this is Tosh Townend.
Thanks,
like,
man.
Of course.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's like, I don't want to not be prepared to like be able to like be like, oh, what was it that back in the day like you didn't do, like, dude, right. Like the one thing for me again, I was telling you before the podcast, my favorite part of your parts was This Is My Element. Like, that was one of your last parts with them. But that part to me was like, you weren't jumping down like the biggest shit, but you were still jumping down big shit. But then you had started throwing in like transition, and you did.
I was switching it up.
You were switching it up, and you were
trying to get
like,
tech.
Switch all these.
Well, everything tech in there to me was like, all right, that was my tech.
Well, like the kickflip nose man, no nollie heel. Yeah.
Like that was me getting tech.
Dude, that was tech. And then the kickflip back nose blunt. Yo, that was chill.
Yeah, like that was me like really trying to get tech, like really trying to throw in like, hey, I can do other things besides lip slide to fakies.
Yeah. Dude, and it was so sick. And then
that was in Puerto Rico too.
Was it?
Yeah,
back
same plaza.
Damn.
It was like the same plaza where I just crushed it like one night. I was like, let's go to this plaza. We got that done. And then we were flying out the next morning, and I was like, yo, I want to get this nose blunt. That shit was tall.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear it was like this tall.
I guess tall as a ledge right there. Or
and
the
like
bar.
With the long bank.
Yeah.
So
the
gap
bank over
to it. So the gap to it was like, honestly, I was like, I don't even know how I got up to that either.
Dude.
And I was we had to fly out that morning. So I was like, let's wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. I woke up at 6 a.m. in the morning and did the nose blunt.
Did you get a little cafecito first at least?
No.
Like, no, you just went.
And then what I was trying to do was I was trying to get nose blunt 270 into the bank.
Oh, damn.
I had it too. I was doing it. I was like right there and I couldn't get it.
Dude, but the nose blunt was so gnarly though.
And we had to go.
Damn.
I know. I was like just trying to throw more. I was like, I want to get tech. Nose blunt 270. That's me getting tech.
Dude, that's fucking gnarly though. Yeah. Were you going behind you or are you going pretzel way?
Yeah, behind me. So like this and then coming off.
Okay. Yeah.
Not pretzel.
No, pretzel's...
Pretzel's like if you're nose bunny and then you go revert.
Oh, revert. Okay, yeah.
Right? That would be pretzel.
No, I only think pretzel when front noses. Because when you do front nose pretzel...
Right.
It goes like in front of you that way.
Yeah.
So I always imagine if you do pretzel like out of a nose blunt, you'd be going like nollie half cab.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
Okay, yeah. So you're going pretzel way. Because then if it's like nose blunt and then you go
revert. Okay,
270,
I guess it would be revert.
Yeah, behind you. That's backside.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing it front side.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretzel way.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's still.
It's always a
gnarly.
confusion with skate tricks.
Dude, I mean, I'm sure if
surfing's going through that too with the airs these days.
Dude, okay. Are you throwing airs? Are you getting?
I can do airs. Yeah, I've done airs.
Dude, how do you generate
it's all momentum.
The speed? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like pumping, like.
It's using the wave to generate the speed, so you can stall and then you're on the top of the wave, and then you're using the momentum of the wave that pushes you to get
like a quarter pipe.
Yeah, that perfect spot.
It's like boom.
Yeah, and you can kind of tic tac like that too. Almost, you can kind of like, if you're using your rail is how surfing works the best.
Okay.
If you're always on rail, then that looks the most fluid, and then that's what it just looks the best if you're using your rail.
And rail is the side of the board.
Yeah, if you're just staying flat, kind of like and like pumping or like doing like a hop, it doesn't look as clean.
Yeah.
So you're always trying to like just do rail surfing, whack. You know, you're coming off the top, hitting the top. Then you're still going rail again on the bottom. You're going rail again. You know, where the wave's setting up, and you're kind of setting up and letting the wave do the work. I always tell people like you gotta let the wave do the work. If you're trying to get ahead of it, you're always going to be either behind it or too far ahead of it. You got to stay in that sweet spot.
Okay.
Which is the pocket.
So you taught that to Gemma?
Not yet.
Not yet.
She'll get it.
She'll figure it out.
Yeah, she'll get it.
Dude, has she gone out and like surfed with you and your dad?
Not my dad, but she's surfed with me, my brother, and my wife's dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is she keeping up?
She's been out where my dad's been at the beach, but not surfing with him.
Oh, okay.
Because she hasn't surfed that much yet. She's like into it.
Okay.
Mentally, she's like, yeah, I want to surf every weekend. Let's do this. But then it's like we have so many things to do. Like we end up like surfing once or twice a month.
Okay.
And we go to Doheny, which is like a really mellow curling wave, like Waikiki.
Okay.
Down in Dana Point. Mm-hmm. It rolls very slowly.
Okay.
So she's like still scared of the waves and how the height is. If it's big, even at Doheny, which rolls, she's like, I don't want to paddle out the back, but she's like getting there, you know?
Okay. Dude, I mean, that's
and I don't want to push her. You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to push her to like turn her off and be like, where she's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. It's like let her do it naturally, like
Yeah.
figure her shit out.
Yeah.
That's tight. That's tight.
Skating though too, you'd be impressed.
Dude, I mean,
She drops in.
dude, I
She's
would not
dropping
be
in.
surprised that she's already shredding.
She holds her own at the San Clemente skate park. She'll just go in the circle.
Yeah.
You know that cement San Clemente skate park
Yep.
up on the top?
Mhm.
She's got her little routine where she just goes around, pops up, comes down the snake run, and then pops up again. Gets her little
Sick.
air.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like it's an ollie, but it's like kind of like a fly out,
Mm-hmm.
like out of the quarter pipe. And she like gets her air, and she's like, "You see that, Dad?"
It's like, yeah, I did. That was tight.
Yeah.
Dude, it looked butters. You know, like, yo, that's tight.
Yeah.
Dude, so is she throwing out like ollies like on flat and stuff like that? Like,
No, she's trying.
Sick.
She's trying to do like an ollie.
damn.
She's got the concept of it.
Does she know like the caliber of skating that you've done in your life?
She knows.
She knows.
She knows.
Yeah, dude, that's tight.
Because she's seen the videos.
Oh, she's watched you skate.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's watched the videos.
What
And
is-
then she's seen me skate at the skate park, and she's just like, she gets all scared when she'll drop in, and then I'll like come behind her, you know, and be kind of right on her tail.
Yeah.
And then fly by her maybe. And she's like, "Don't do that, Dad.
yeah.
You get too close to me and you scare me." And I'm like, I'm sorry. I know what I'm doing.
Dude, yeah.
I'm not going to hit you.
Dude, what does that feel like? At, like to be a pops and like you seeing your kids skate and like just
Oh, it's the best feeling ever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking sick, man. Good for you, bro.
It's a really good feeling to have her be such a strong female
Yeah.
and have a big presence. She's not a weak little kid, you know, which is always a plus and like the best thing you could ask for when it comes to having a girl,
Yeah.
because she's not going to get taken advantage of,
Nah.
you know.
You guys had her in jujitsu too.
Yeah.
Like, yo, she's tough.
Yeah, she was like basically doing what the teacher would tell her, and then they would do like the little sparring things.
Yeah, rolling. And
She'd
shit.
get on top of the kid, hold him down, and then look up at the coach and be like, "What do you want me to do now?" Put him in an arm bar.
She's like, got it.
She would. She'd wrap him up, and then they taught her how to do an arm bar, and she'd like hold the arm back and
Damn.
fully like do the arm bar.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, this isn't good.
Dude, or it's like the best thing ever.
Or
'cause
it's the best thing ever.
nobody's
Yeah.
ever gonna mess with her. She'd be like, "What? Excuse me?"
Yeah,
Come
but
again?
she's like a tomboy, but she's girly at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, she likes to paint her nails and she likes to, you know, do things with mom.
Yeah, of course.
But she's full tomboy. Like
Dude,
she's like, "Let's go out and play basketball, Dad, or let's throw the football." We're like the
Sick.
other day. I was like taking the football and I was throwing it over the pine tree in our new front yard, and the pine tree is like 30 feet up. So I'm like bombing Hail Marys, and she's catching it.
What? She's like into it. Like,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. She
Dude.
plays football at school.
Really?
Yeah, she goes to a dual emerging school
What does that
in
mean?
San Clemente. It's a Spanish speaking school.
She speaks Espanol?
Oh yeah.
What? Yo, do you speak Spanish?
No.
Oh,
Poquito
damn.
español.
Oh, poquito
Yeah,
español, sí.
like yeah.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. Dude, Gemma's gonna be a fucking.
She can speak Spanish fluently. Like I've gone to like liquor stores or like Mexican food restaurants, and then like I noticed obviously they speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So I'm like, go ahead, have a conversation with them, so she can try it out. You know.
Dude, she order in Spanish like quisiera.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
You know, this.
Do you speak Spanish?
I've
Little
been
bit,
learning
little bit, yeah.
enough to get us around. Like I can
Right.
I can get me
enough
around,
to go to
like-
Mexico and like
Yeah,
not
dude,
get in trouble.
Mexico, Spain. Like we were in Spain. Leslie speaks absolutely zero Spanish.
Okay.
Dude, the moment I knew, like I've been speaking Spanish now for going on 5 years. Like dedicated, tough. Like
Trying.
I'm Mexican. Like I need to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And we went and fucking. She drank like this crazy drink on the like we walked basically to Macba from where we were at. This
Oh,
is like
yeah.
this past
In
summer.
Spain.
In Spain, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we
That's
get to
true
this-
Spanish.
Oh yeah, true
See,
Spanish.
it's different than Mexican Spanish.
Well, oh yeah, well
There's
like the una cañas and cervezas,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
don't say
there's-
their C's. They
yeah,
say
it's
like
different.
like
And Puerto Rico's different too. I mean, they're all
yeah.
got their own little dialect.
Yo, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
for the most part,
It's similar.
Yeah, it's
You're
very
going to
similar.
get by if you can speak one of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was funny. My friend Laura, shout out Laura. I'd say cerveza, like por favor, and she's like, una caña. I was like, they know what I'm saying. Like, yo, it's cerveza. They like, okay, it's
You were
Mexican
saying it
Spanish.
Mexican Spanish.
Yeah, like it's beer. Like, yo, let me get it.
Yeah.
Like, but
Uno más.
por favor. But dude, no, we were like at this coffee shop, and Leslie orders like this big ass latte. She's like, I have to go pee. But I was like, you just ordered this big ass drink, and she's like, I have to pee now. I'm gonna pee my pants. I had to go up to the lady and I asked her like, you know, where donde está el baño and stuff. And I was like, a la izquierda. She's like, al lado de a la izquierda, like telling me to go across past the museum, el museo, blah 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 blah. And I was like, got it. And I had it all. And I went back and told Leslie, I was just like, go out here. You're gonna go straight. You're gonna make a right. You go across the museum, and it's gonna go across to the street. You're gonna go back over, go right, and then it's in there. And she was like, you got that all from her? I was like, yeah. And I was just like. She walked away, and I was just like,
yeah,
that fucking moment, baby. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
I speak Spanish, so that's what's good. And it was, that was like a highlight for sure.
That's
but,
awesome.
The fact that Gemma is
I should definitely speak Spanish because her and mom just sit there and speak Spanish and talk shit.
Oh, does Nicole speak Spanish too, fluently?
Yeah.
Damn.
She's Puerto Rican.
Dude, you need to get on that.
So they'll sit there and
like
they'll be like, he doesn't know what we're saying.
Exactly. That's especially if she's gonna get pissed off. She's gonna have that Latin in her and start speaking Spanish all fast and yelling like, that's bad news, Bears, bro.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Dude, that's awesome though, bro.
It's all good though. She's strong kid.
Dude, so damn, we've already done an hour and a half, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I keep it at an hour and a half, but I mean. There's still so much to cover.
We can do episode 2.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, is there anything?
I feel like we have a lot to talk about still, but we've gone over it quite a bit.
Dude, yeah, we've gone over a lot of your skate video parts. The one thing I did want to talk about before we get out of here was you went from that transition to Element to Warco, and then your first board came out on Warco, and like you had it crossed out. Like, right? This is Element for Life or something like that. And it was like, it was your board.
Oh, you know what that was, though? There was a transition in between that. So there was a couple of little random ones. So let's get that out on the table.
Yeah.
Pocket Pistols gave me like a guest model.
Okay.
Which was like the Clockwork Orange re-edition.
Okay.
Which was kind of weird, but I was like, that's cool, whatever, let's do it. So it was like me as Clockwork Orange as the main character.
Uh-huh.
And then... we did that like real quick, and then I got on. Was it Warco or Dogtown first? I think it was Dogtown, and that's what you're talking about, that board graphic. Dogtown.
Was it Dogtown?
No, actually.
No, it was Warco, and then you went to Dogtown.
No, it was Pocket Pistols. Did the exact Element board. Okay. Element board with my name and the Element logo. Exact board with the Pocket Pistols logo over the Element logo.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what it was.
Okay.
It was like a Rasta board too, like in Rasta colors, red, gold, and green.
Damn.
And then Dogtown.
Okay.
I can't remember if it was Dogtown or Warco. I think it was Dogtown.
I remember Dogtown. I remember when you were writing on Dogtown, but I feel like that was after Warco.
That might have been after Warco.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think it was after Warco. Because you were at Warco for
I was
a hot minute, though.
I was still trying to do the damn thing. Like at Warco, yeah, we were doing the damn thing. We would travel to Mexico City.
Yeah,
I got a sick trick there. Like there was this up ledge. I did a backtail backsit flip out somehow.
Nice.
Got tech.
Got tech as fuck. Yo, there you go, bro. Yes. Dude, I mean, that's when like Jordan Maxim.
Yeah. Jordan Maxim, Norman Woods.
Dude, Norman. Yes.
Norman's so sick, dude.
Dude, still killing
it, dude.
How does he jump
Daniel
so high?
Knapp.
Dude.
That guy kills it, man. Like, and he had a rough one with his knee. He kept, I don't know if he did it a couple times, but he kept like breaking his knee or basically dislocating it.
Whoa.
Which then in turn like made him get surgery.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Dude, you introduced me to Daniel.
Yeah, he was killing it.
Yeah.
Knapp rode for Dism, actually. I think he was getting flow for Dism.
Yeah, and Warco. And then we went to his like hometown park in Claremont.
Yeah.
And like skated that park with him. Yeah, fuck yeah. That was a sick park.
Knapp's like, dude, I was all like, damn, dude, you're like underrated.
Yeah.
In a way. You know what I mean? I was like he grew up around those guys with the Chafee, JPJD, and all those kind of dudes.
Damn, I haven't heard those names.
Yeah, I know, right?
Bro.
Like, who else was out there? Was it Chico was from out that way too?
Chico Brennan?
Chico Brennan always skated at Chafee.
I don't know.
Remember that ledge school? It was like the ledge school. It was Chafee. It was like there was every kind of ledge everywhere. It was like all in those old trilogies and every video that was like tech.
I don't remember.
Chafee.
I gotta look it up. I mean, I've heard the name. I can't picture it right now, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still very much into skateboarding. Like I'll be watching skateboarding like all day. Like the way you watch like the Masters.
The way I'm watching surfing is what you're into skating,
dude. 100%.
I try to with skating, but I just like I don't know. Like it's not the same for me. With the surfing, I'm like into it. I'm like, dude, this is fucking epic.
Yeah. Yeah.
These guys are gonna die. It's like they're gladiators at Pipeline right now. Dude. It's like fucking 10 foot plus.
Oof. Is Kelly Slater there?
Slater got a 10 today.
A 10?
A 10.
Of course he got a 10. Damn.
Shout out to Kelly Slater.
Dude.
10.
Have you got
47 years old. Still getting 10s.
47?
47 years old. Still on the tour.
Dude. Oh my God.
Crazy.
And that dude's like jacked. Like he's still like in really good shape.
Really good shape.
Damn. Dude, he was on Joe Rogan, and he talked about like fasting that he does and shit like that.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how he does it, but yeah, motivation of staying in shape and still being on tour at that age. No one's on that level. He's like the greatest of all time, not only in surfing, but in like sports overall.
Yeah,
he's gotten more world titles than anybody. Golf Masters or whatever, than Tiger. He's got more world titles than like Tiger does championships.
Even Phil Mickelson?
I think so, yeah. Dude, he's got like 11.
Yeah, 11-time champion.
11 world titles.
And if he wins to pipe, would that be like 12?
I think he's got 6 pipe masters.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Did you see the documentary about Andy Irons? Bruce Irons. Which one is it?
Yeah, Andy passed away.
Andy passed. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Dude, that was sad. Super heavy. And then like the
pills. Stay away, kids.
Dude, the pills, man. Again.
Stay away, kids.
The worst thing ever. I don't even take aspirin. Yo, fuck all that.
I'll take Advil if I really need it, but
dude, like talking about health, like the gut biome, like they said, like all the stuff with your like you take Advil, it just kills your gut biome. So, dude, I feel like now when I feel like a cold coming on, I go grab a kombucha, ginger lemon, boom, throw it back.
You know what we do too, because Nicole and I own a CBD shop in San Clemente called Happy Supplements.
Okay, whoa. Let's talk about that. Can you talk
real
about
quick?
That?
Yeah. It's all it's Happy Supplements because it's CBD, but also really good supplements for you as well, and kombuchas. We have a fridge with kombuchas in it, and CBD coffees, Mary Jo coffees, and we carry a lot of like the big brands that have been around for like 10 plus years that have like third party testing that actually have not backing per se, but they have a lot of data and they've been in the industry for a long time.
Yeah.
With growing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Papa and Barkley, Charlotte's Web, Elixir is like that one that is like kind of the roll on with the CBD in it.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard about
that.
That
a lot of athletes use.
Yeah.
And we carry a lot of those brands that have been around longer. There's a local one out in San Clemente, Flower of Life. That's cool.
Cool. Damn, dude. Was that something that you started? Because one thing I wanted
it was something that Nicole and I started, and it was like a past thought because she wanted an office. So the office turned into like this space of like, well, hey, you have this office, and this is like a good place with pretty good rent. Let's turn this into a CBD shop. San Clemente, and we got the permit from San Clemente.
Now, she's still doing Teddy Needs a Bath?
She's doing Teddy Needs a Bath, but we just recently sold it. She sold it to a bigger brand that has a bunch of kids' toys and brands.
Yeah.
That's actually going to really help us. No guarantee, but help us get our dreams to where they want to be. Get it into Target. Get it into these big box buyers.
Damn.
Because that's what we've been trying to do the whole time, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to like get this thing in Target.
Yeah.
Flying to where Target is. Flying into Minneapolis to meet with the buyers. Flying to rebrand the whole thing.
Damn.
Spending a lot of money to do it.
Well, because for people who don't know, that's that was one of the things that had come up, was that Nicole was on like Shark Tank.
Yeah.
And she like did the Teddy Needs a Bath thing, and that started picking up. I remember kind of towards the end of Dism.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
And I was just like tripping, like what? I was like, yo.
And then we were like, we're gonna kill it. We're killing it. And like, dude, we're still like just a 10-year-old brand, like struggling along, paying. You know, it comes to like the taxes, the incorporation taxes, the rebranding. The rebranding alone was like $50,000, $60,000 to rebrand it with this company that's out in Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
They're super solid. Their name is Capsule. They did a great job, but it's like, dude, that shit's just expensive.
Yeah.
People are like, well, I could have done that myself without spending the money. It's like, no, you really can't though. You got to like spend the money where it's needed.
Yeah.
People always think they can do it themselves.
You got to spend money to make money, man.
That's right, baby.
Dude, straight up. This is a hustler mentality right there.
Yeah.
But dude, you guys are doing you're doing the damn thing, man.
We
That's
are,
amazing.
yeah. She's doing the damn thing. She actually started a perfume line called C'est Louis.
C'est Louis
Means the one in French.
Damn. All right.
She started with her girlfriend from high school.
Damn. Dude, she's straight up entrepreneur,
She's
yo.
definitely momtrepreneur.
Momtrepreneur.
Yeah.
That's what's good.
Yeah.
That's tight, bro.
So,
dude,
yeah.
well then what's in the future plans for you, sir?
Future plans for me, keep chugging away, trying to do good, not trying, but doing good skateboards.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it's a saturated market as well.
Of course.
Skateboards is a hard one. It's
Yeah.
hard goods. You don't make a lot of margin off hard goods. And I'm really just trying to get into, also in the cultivation, legal aspect of all that.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Fuck yeah, dude.
There's a lot of opportunity in that industry,
Mm-hmm.
even though I don't even smoke anymore.
I know. That's still such a trip. I mean, good for you, bro. It really is.
Yeah, and like back to that too is I stopped drinking and smoking just because for myself first and foremost,
Mm-hmm.
but also to be like more present with like my family.
Dude, I mean, that's super honorable, bro. Like, that's amazing. You have a beautiful
not
family.
be like checked out. Because
Yeah.
it's like if you're smoking, you're kind of checked out. I mean, not really, but like you are. I mean, you're more worried about like your next smoke of a joint than like being there. I mean, and there's like vices too. It's like cell phones are just as bad, really, to me. Because it's like you're just always on. There's certain things, so it's like you gotta be disciplined.
Yeah.
And, I could work on those too, or sodas even.
Dude.
Not drinking soda, like I still drink soda like quite a bit, and it's like my wife's always on me about that too, like, hey, you shouldn't drink soda.
Yeah.
So I'm starting with the drinking and smoking. I don't drink and smoke anymore.
That's good, bro. That's really is. I mean, I don't drink as much anymore.
Right.
And it's even started to become noticeable. Like people that I work with and stuff, they're like, yo, bro, like your pouch is getting smaller. Like it's noticeable. I had like a little pouch.
And you're working out.
And I'm working a shitload, bro.
So,
I work out way too much.
And you feel way better.
I do, but I still enjoy. I fucking love beer. I do, bro.
I do too.
I love tequila.
Not to say I'm never going to have a beer again.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have a problem.
Yeah.
Per se, like where I'm like, because if I did, I couldn't stop. Usually if you have a major problem, you can't stop and you have to go to classes in AA and all that.
Yeah.
I just did it on my own.
Dude, I mean, I've had multiple homies who've had crazy stories. And homies that I was close with when we were coming up that, we'd lost touch. But like I got them back on the show I got them on the show and they told me like crazy life things that they'd gone through and how they were like fucking up through partying and stuff. And then they turned it around. And that same thing. They don't drink no more. They don't do this, do that. All mad respect. Honestly.
And now look where they're at. They're probably doing really positive things.
Dude, they're doing amazing things, living great lives, appreciating life. We were talking about like I don't know if it was on this show or if we were talking about before, but it was the hate. Like, I have so many friends who used to just be like,
hate.
Yeah, just hate.
Yeah,
like,
we were talking about that.
Yeah, or
you
just
flip through the magazine.
Yeah,
hate.
yeah. Hate.
Just a bunch of hate.
Yeah,
bunch of haters.
But now, like, my one homie will be like filming like butterflies and shit, and he appreciates beauty in this sense, and he's like poetic. And
where he used to be the hater.
He used to be a hater, and that's like, what the fuck? And it's amazing because he's already an amazing person.
Yeah.
Then to see these things, and especially it's not somebody who's like, oh, I'm doing this just for the gram. It's like, no, you see like almost in a way it's like represents what he's seen. Like you're seeing his perspective of his world, and that's what he chose to put out there. It's not another selfie of him. It's this beautiful butterfly that's like flipping some. I was like, what the fuck?
You know what I noticed? And shout out to my partner actually with Good Skateboards, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
He did have a good point. He's like, and I already knew this, but when I post something about skateboarding on my Instagram, that's like when I get the most interaction.
Yeah.
Of people like saying, that's awesome, this and that, you're a beast, da, 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 liking it. And it's funny because like, well, it's kind of like a place where I could share my family, right? Because my mom's or my chick's mom's on there, so she sees it too. So I post like my daughter, I post the family. But when I post the family, it's like it's the least likes.
Yeah, of course,
of course, right? Because you were like, I don't want to do that. I want to see you skateboarding. I want to see some old photo of you from the America tour with your broken board flipping off.
Dude, that's such a G photo though. That's like one of my favorite photos.
My friend Tommy that does good skateboards with me told me like, hey, you need to start trying to do that like at least once a week, or like 3 times a week, and at Good Skateboards so we can get interaction with Good Skateboards. I'm like, I get it, dude. I understand. It's just it's not me to like do that consistently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is so you're like staying true to yourself.
Yeah, it's like it's a way of me staying true
sure,
to myself, and not like being like, all right, I'm back to, I need to be at this demo, like when I was on Element, or I need to be here, I need to do this and do these signings and do this.
Yeah.
Like there was a reason probably kind of why I let that skateboarding go.
Well, dude, you said it yourself. Like you only go to the skate park now if your daughter wants to go. Bro, you've already lived it. You've already done it. Like, you don't need to live in the past. Although, I will say, I did think about that. Because I was like, I wonder if he just, like, doesn't like it anymore. Because I still am part of a fan. And all the shit I've been posting of you is, like, dude, as, like, a fan and your homie. Like, yo, I'm like, oh, this is so fucking sick. You know?
No, I still like it. Like, when I see, like, I was, like, talking about Reynolds, like, his part or whatever. Like, I'm, like, still just like, wow. Like, dude, you're amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing that you're still putting out parts like that.
You're like a genuine fan as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I got there. That's how I got to being the skateboarder I am and how I got that good.
Dude. Did you ever skate with Bill Pepper?
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Billy was dope.
There was a on skateboarding video where they were in Japan. It was like Donnie Barley, Bill Pepper, and a couple other dudes. And that was like one of the last videos I saw with Bill Pepper. But it's when they had like the varsity. It was like
I was on that tour.
Were you on that tour too?
On that tour.
Damn.
I was like that first trip when I was 14. Went to Japan, and then went to that after that.
That was that trip.
Yeah, and then I went to Australia with the America tour after that. And that was like when I was 14, and basically, I had school kicked me out. They were like, you can't, if you're gonna be gone for this long, you're gonna get expelled.
Expelled. Damn.
They basically told me, I was like, well, I'll take my work or whatever. I'm going to take all my homework and I'll bring it back. You know, I don't want to quit school.
Yeah.
But they basically told me, like, no, well, you need to go to a continuation school then. Or homeschool.
Like homeschool, yeah.
So I did that for a while, and then I never got my GED. Never got my high school diploma, but...
Never? Wow. And you're still killing it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I just do my thing, you know?
Fucking
do you really need that these days?
I would say yes. Like
for some people, yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
and getting like a normal job, yes.
Yeah.
But I could just say, yeah, I have my GD. Are they really gonna go look? No. It's can you close the deal on the interview?
Yeah. Yep. It's the perception. Yeah. People are gonna, they want to see what they're gonna see. Yeah. Like if they see it in you, bro, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, they're honestly nowadays they're checking for like college degrees more than anything, but like
right.
GED, damn, that's crazy. Like That's such a skateboarder thing, man. Like Paul Rodriguez the same way.
He never got his either, huh?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Was that beneficial to you though? Like, did it ever bother you?
You know what? Recently, it's bothered me.
Recently?
Yeah. I'm like, I need to get it because I actually I want to go and just not necessarily get my degree in college, but go to college classes maybe for, to be like a botanist or like get more information about growing and cultivating. So I can have a degree to be like, I'm a, botanist basically. And have all the science and the degree behind it.
Yeah.
Not just like,
it's an expensive piece of paper, bro.
Exactly.
It's a fucking expensive piece of paper.
It's like, do I want to do that? I don't know.
Bro, I don't regret it because in like going into coffee.
It probably cost me $100,000.
Thank God it didn't cost me that much. But like having my degree got me 2 coffee jobs. They want coffee. They want degrees when you work in coffee now.
What?
Yeah. Like legit coffee, you got to have a degree. Dude, everybody who
like
works
brewing.
here.
That's like brewing too.
Yeah. I think there's only one or two people who work here who don't have their college degree. And I could be completely wrong. Maybe everybody does. But like I have one.
But are they just baristas?
One of them's a manager. She has her degree. She graduated San Diego State. I know one of our baristas who's just a barista. He graduated from college. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if the other 2 people that are like our baristas, if they graduated. But dude, yeah. 3 people. When I worked at the first coffee shop I ever worked at, fucking almost every single person had a fucking degree there. Or they were in college getting to finish their degree.
And what's the degree?
Some people just work in a coffee shop.
Well, because like you have to get your normal credits for like economics and or
your basics,
your
math,
basics and
English,
your math
stuff like
and
that.
English and all that, right? So you have to get that, and then you have a specialty.
Yeah, mine ended up. My degree's in marketing PR. Yeah, but
Nicole she didn't graduate college.
Dude, you don't really.
She was going to college when I met her. She was in San Diego State.
Oh, really? Was she?
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, I hung out there a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't go there though.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. That's actually where I met Leslie.
Yeah, I'm sure. There's tons of girls going to San Diego State.
Yeah, it was crazy. Dude, I loved it.
Yeah.
It was. That's why I came to San Diego.
Yeah.
Dude, I went to San Diego State.
Good school and
went to the party, and then I went to Mission Beach, and I was with my homie, and I was just like, yo, this, like, just being at Mission Beach on the beach, walking around, I'm like, this is paradise, bro. Like, this is where I'm going to move. I started the process.
Are you seeing this? Are you seeing what's walking around?
I was like, bro, are you look at where we're at right now? Like, are you kidding me? There's a fucking roller coaster on the beach, yo. Like, yo, let's do this. Never go there now. But that was what I needed to see to be like, this is not the Bay Area, and this is definitely not LA, and it's way butterier down here. And like, not hating on LA, it's fine. It's
just different vibe, different people.
Yeah. It's you know what
I don't
really
know
like?
what it is, but it's like definitely, like that NorCal to SoCal thing it's just so different.
Yeah,
it's like we were talking about earlier. It's like 2 different states.
It's 100% 2 different states.
Just cut it in half in the middle.
Yeah,
and let's have Central be Central, but we don't need to separate that. Let's just have NorCal and SoCal. We'll have 51 states. They won't ever
52.
do that.
Or
no, it'd be
51.
It would be 51.
Yeah, it would be 51.
Or they just do Puerto Rico. We'll have 52.
Dude,
there's talks about that forever.
Yeah, the annexation of it would be crazy. But I've heard that if they were to do that, it would like fuck up the state.
Yeah,
it would like really bad because the way they annexed Hawaii was the last annexation state, and then they got it annexed, and it became an official state. But because of Puerto Rico, they're in like so much debt or something like that. It's like if they became a state, it would fuck it up, right?
Yeah.
Is that why they haven't?
They put them in debt.
Yeah. Okay, that's what it was.
If they're not already in debt,
but I think they are because of this, like Maria, right?
That just like us, aren't we? Isn't America in debt?
Oh, 100%.
$1 trillion,
something like that, probably.
$3 trillion
to like China too. They pretty much own us.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I keep up on stuff, but like just like little things, but.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't know how we got on that subject, but just
economics.
Oh, basics in school. I mean, graduating college. You don't need to graduate college, really, but I mean, if you know what you're going to do.
That's like, and everyone always has this conversation. Why don't they teach you how to get through life and how to do certain things in high school? They're just teaching you like stuff that's just like in the books, like math. Yeah, you can use some of it, but they're not teaching you like the nitty gritty of what you're going to need
life experiences
to get through life.
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
They don't know how, or they're just trying to create a bunch of robots to work like ants.
I mean, I think it probably is a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both.
Honestly, they need the worker bees. They
need them, so it's like, well, the people that can't excel past and do it for themselves are going to just know the basic course.
Yep.
And the ones that can are going to excel and get into real estate, start selling.
Separate from the pack, bro.
Yeah,
cream rises to the top.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, that's just the way it goes.
Dude, it's interesting, like right there, going into real estate, and then there's people who like myself, like I just hustle. I don't like real estate's cool, but I'm the type of person that I have to be in love with what I'm doing.
I know.
You know what it is? It's
dude,
fucking weird.
Know. And I was like thinking about. I actually signed up. I like paid for the course to get my real estate license, and I just haven't even gone.
Do you want to do it?
Kinda. I just wanted to do it just to have it. And you know, the only thing that motivated was my friend Josh from Huntington Beach, because he does it. Mm-hmm. So he's like, "Well, I can basically use your name to sell houses, and I'll just pay you on the back end. You just have to have your real estate license." Boom. So basically, I don't have to really do it. He's gonna just basically like use my name to be like, "Oh yeah, Tosh is selling you this house," is what he's thinking. And I'm like, all right, well, like I see your vision a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know how well that's gonna work for you.
That's a hard maybe.
yeah. I don't know how well that's gonna work for you on selling houses,
dude. Well, whatever.
He's like, you know, tons of rich skaters. I'm like, skaters aren't rich.
Yeah.
1%, not even 1%, make millions of dollars.
Yeah, unless they're like on the 9 Club or whatever, like not the show,
even
but
those guys. You think?
Don't they get like? I heard like they get like $15,000 for like showing up or something like that.
On the 9 Club?
Not the talk show, the street league.
Yes, you're talking about on being not on the
like
on
when you're on the
show,
tour, right?
But yeah, I guess being on the tour, you probably do.
Yeah, I mean,
we used to get those. We used to get like appearance fees, or like we used to go in skate contests and it'd be like guaranteed $1,500.
Damn, I mean that's pretty good, bro. That's like an apartment right there.
Yeah, I'm like, cool. All right, cool. I'll skate in the contest.
Yeah,
because basically what it was is your sponsors just wanted to see you skate in the contest because the fans wanted to see you skate.
Yeah,
in person. Yeah, up close. That's what it was about.
Get to meet you, cheer you on, type shit.
Yeah,
yeah, dude. Did you ever feel that when you were doing those things that it sucked the fun out of what you were doing, or did you still love it, like, and it got you off a little bit? Like, yeah, fuck. No,
I did. I still loved it. The demos, like, I noticed, like, there was definitely the guys that hated the demos.
Yeah.
They'd, like, roll around for, like, 5 minutes, and then they'd be gone in the bus.
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Smoking twists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
But then I would kind of feed off it.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny. Mike V would feed off it. Of course, he's a showman, right?
Dude.
Mike V's a showman. He would feed off it.
I
would feed off it in a different way, like, because I wasn't like trying to like launch out the fucking quarter pipe over the bar. The railing, the hand railing that you just like. He'd like every demo. He'd like end up launching out over that and like doing a fucking judo,
like a hand plan or some shit.
Doing a judo or a hand plan, which like I was like, fuck yeah, showman, let's do this,
dude. That's what people want to see.
That's what they want to see. That was like what the BAM tours wanted to see. You know, it was like this huge tour. Did you ever see the Zoomies tours?
Did you ever see him like beat anybody up? That's what he was, remember, like Mike V was like beating people up all the time.
He never really did that. Once he got on Element, and he was like, he was like the van driver. He would like drive the van. He would like have to drive the van.
Oh, the team manager.
He wasn't the team manager. He wasn't, but he would like have to drive the van. Like he had to be in control. I'd be like, yeah, whatever, drive the van.
Yeah, drive the van, bro. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool, bro. Fuck it. Yeah. Dude, that's tight. Man, I forgot you were on tour with Mike V too. Dude, Who is your favorite person that you've ever gone on tour with?
Favorite dude. Mad respect to Reese Forbes. He was always like a really positive, like that was like that Japan tour when I was young.
Yeah.
He was like there, he'd like take you under your wing, you know, like he would be like, I don't know if he was a father already, but he would like be like a father figure. You know, he would like make sure to look out for you. You know, he knew I was young on tour without my parents, so he would like, it seemed like Reese would be like looking out where the team manager would be out partying, you know?
Yeah. Like you were like probably not drinking, not smoking yet, or like you're already living that, like he'd be like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Kind of
like more looking out.
Like a big brother.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Even if I was trying to like get a beer or whatever. Let me get a beer.
Yeah. Dude, that's what I did with Chris Russell.
You know?
Dude.
Like, no, you don't want that, you know?
Dude.
So good memories from like Reese. Donnie too. Donnie was like cool.
Dude,
Donnie
Barley.
Fuck. I mean, he was just too. I didn't look up to Reese's skating as much because he was just like the ollie master. I didn't really care about that at the time, right?
Yeah, ollies and tail
But
slides.
mad respect to him as like a person and his personality and the way he was, you know. But Donnie Barley was more like, you know, it was like, whoa, that's Donnie Barley, like fucking Toy Machine videos.
Yeah,
welcome to fucking hell. You know, you're like, let's do this.
Is he in heavy metal?
He was in, I don't know if he was in heavy metal, but like, I just remember that like. That barley grind line he did, well, you know, he did the regular barley to the switch barley.
Yeah.
Which was like, what?
Yeah.
That was like before people were really doing anything like that on handrails. You know, it's like, what the hell was that?
Just boss moves.
Yeah.
Dude. Wow.
You know, so he was more like someone who was like starstruck, you could say.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, shit, that's Donnie Barley, dude. I'm traveling with that guy, dude. I must be doing something right.
Dude, that's fucking badass.
Yeah.
Did you ever fan out on any of the dudes that you rode with? Like, even though you're obviously there, you're sponsored.
I remember one time kind of Reynolds checked me about that because I was like, I forget we were all like in Lyon.
France?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were in Lyon and Penny and Reynolds and Bulala, and we were all hanging out the stairs, not even skating or whatever. And I kind of remember like, I think I was giving like Penny props to his face. Like, dude, yeah, I just want to say, like, you know, your skating's like mad respect, basically.
Yeah.
I just kind of remember like a weird vibe from Reynolds. Reynolds was like, no, you can't do that. You can't be fanning out. Pretty much, you know.
It's like, no, you got to be a homie, but you can't tell him he did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, whoa.
Yeah, it was like that. I was like, oh, okay. I was just telling him like how sick his skating was.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
But dude, I mean, just even the names you threw out there, like you're sitting on stairs with Bulala and Penny.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That was like the trip where Bulala tried to ollie that massive set.
For the flip video?
Broke himself, remember?
Yeah, when he board
massive
split.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
You were there?
I wasn't there, but we were like checking it, and then he went back the next day or something. We were all like looking at it like, doable.
Doable? Yeah. What?
It's doable.
Dude, oh my God.
It's
Well, he had already
massive.
put it down, right? Didn't he put it down already?
I think he had, yeah. And that was that same ledge, that gap out rally, backside 50 Thrasher cover.
It's his last trick, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like the stair went like down and
Dude,
then
that
it
shit
like
was
carved to the
gnarly.
right? Or carved to
Reynolds
the left.
like ollied the fucking set or whatever.
Didn't he frontside flip it?
Maybe, I don't know.
We're talking about the same set, right?
Yeah, it's got a set here and then that little.
And it like curves
like
though.
a piece of pizza, like a pie right here, and then another set here. And you take off from up here and that ledge is down here. It's all tagged up.
Yeah, and it has like a fat chunk out of it too.
Yeah, and it's got a fat chunk out of it.
Okay, yeah,
too.
we're talking about the same one.
Yeah.
Damn, that's there too?
I don't know. Did Reynolds frontside flip that? I thought he just ollied that shit. That shit was massive.
Was it, man? Fuck, maybe. I don't know. Reynolds got that frontside flip down.
I know. He probably
Yeah,
did.
he probably
For all I
did.
know, he probably did fucking frontside flip it. And some other people did some shit down it too. I thought like nose blunt went down maybe on the
I've seen some
ledge.
other things,
Some
but
shit
like,
went down on that thing. I was like, dude, that I was always like, I don't want anything to do with that.
okay, your last trick, and this is my element.
Tail slide.
That tail slide, dude. When you film the straight on angle is gnarly. The side angle, dude. How in the fuck? And talking about how like a gap out to a trick like that. How are you gonna gap? What is your thought process when you're rolling up? You're like, I'm gonna gap tail slide this. You're obviously not doing it a bunch of times. You maybe ollie the set, but it's like, how are you gonna like?
It's a do or die situation. It's you want to pull it, otherwise you're gonna die.
Or you're gonna die. That's it. Done.
Yeah. I think it took me 5 tries or something.
Did you put it down every try? Stick?
Pretty much. Yeah, like I had got on the tail every time.
Okay.
Maybe one time I didn't. I can't remember, but I got on the tail pretty much every time, I think. And then just kind of like jumped off tail and then jumped off and then put it down. You could tell it's fucking high, dude, when I land in that on the one I land, you can tell like it's got impact.
Yeah, well, you're a tall dude already, and if you're taking an impact where you're like,
I forget who else did something. I think Heath back 50 did at the time. Like all that was done on that thing was back 50.
Yeah, that's why a tail slide
Heath
to it
or
is
something.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
Still to this day, you watch it's like
no one else is doing shit,
dude,
on that thing, really.
Because it's the gap out to it. That's what I mean. Is like
it's below
the thought.
It's
what
below
are you, like,
sea level.
Below sea level.
No, in a way, you know what I mean. Like there's no ledge like here where you're standing next to it. There's no ledge here where you're standing next to it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it's literally like the ground, flat ground is where the ledge starts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's no like up to it. You're gapping down to it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty trippy. That's why I was like, I think that's why a lot of things weren't really done on it.
I just don't understand the thought process, like, because I never got that gnarly, like the gap out shit.
Or die.
Yeah, you just fucking charge full send.
Do it
full
or
send,
die.
bro.
Yeah,
like,
full send, dude.
Damn. I mean, for me to hear you say that how gnarly Rowley was, but you're just as gnarly. Like
Rowley was pretty heavy.
Like, did you ever watch dudes like that, like Rowley or even Bulala or Ardo-Sari, dude,
so gnarly.
Like, did you watch them skate and just like get you pumped and you fucking pull like the gnarliest thing you've ever done in your life?
Oh yeah, they were definitely people I was looking at what they were doing and trying to emulate it, or do it in my own way.
Yeah, put your stee on it.
Yeah,
dude. There's I forgot what part it was, but there was like a noticeable difference. It might have been like the first part that you skated to Rasta music. It was like, I don't know if it was the Jake Rupp. Yeah.
And I shared a part.
Elementality Volume 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like skating the streets of New York with like the Eric Ellingtons on and like kind of baggy shorts. And you're like, oh, he's like street skating right now. You're like actually skating, not like a street spot.
You know, I know what
like,
you mean. Yeah. It was just like different times in my life. I was just, going with it. I wasn't like, I got to just be this one way.
Yeah.
I got to like. It was my influences around me too. Jake Rupp was influence. So I was like, yeah, let's skate New York and skate street.
Yeah. Dude, you did like that front board on the thing and then you fucking like tray flip in the street. It's just like, I love that. I love that
raw.
type of skating. Yeah. It's like, fuck that, bro. Like, you don't even know there's like the spot right here. Like, it doesn't look like much on the camera, but like when you're there, it's like, dude, this is fucking hard because it's the raw streets, like,
right.
I love that.
This shit's not perfect.
No,
it's
hell
New York.
No, it's not perfect. Yeah, no.
It's got snow and rain all throughout the seasons.
Yeah.
So like
and
that's
hurts.
where you respect a lot of the East Coast skaters too, because
yes,
the shit that they would do, and then they'd come over and skate the West Coast. They'd be like, "Damn, you guys got it easy."
Yeah. Yeah,
you guys got this perfect run up to like Bricktown, which is like 10. Which wasn't the perfect run up, but like there was just like these spots they would come to from the East Coast to the West, and they'd be like, "Damn, dude!" Like, like Zared Bassett.
Yo, that dude is so good.
Like so good, because the spots that I've seen him do tricks on, and you go to the spots, you're like, "Holy shit, I wouldn't even touch this rail."
Yeah,
because look at that run up. Look at that crack before it. Look at that. It's got brick run up or brick landing.
Dude.
You're just like, shit.
Yeah, and he's super steezy too, which is like, wow, bro. So you put him like East Coast and you put him on the West Coast or anywhere there's a perfect stuff. Like, dude, I don't even want to see that dude in China. Like, yo, that dude will just like crush it probably, all those marble ledges.
Or like, he's so used to it being rough that he wouldn't do it good. Or something like, something weird like that where it's like, you give him a perfect spot and that's why he doesn't do good in contests or something too, because it's all so perfect.
Dude, that's That is a thing, huh?
Yeah.
Dude.
He's used to the rugged, rough terrain.
To be that steezy on like rough and rugged terrain, that's quite an accomplishment.
For sure, man. Oh,
dude.
I'm getting tired.
All right, dude. Yeah, let's wrap it up. My bad. My bad.
I'm getting tired. It's 10 o'clock. It's my bedtime.
I'm sorry, bro. And you got to drive home too. Still, my bad. Well, so all right. Well, Tosh, tell the people where they can find you. Instagram, websites, whatever.
You can find me at Tosh Townend on Instagram, and then I think my Facebook's still live. It's just Tosh Townend as well.
Okay.
I don't know who does that anymore,
dude.
At Good Skateboards.
All one word.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, my partner changed it. I think it's The Good Skateboard Company now.
The Good.
The Good.
The
Good Skateboard Company.
Okay.
Is on the Instagram. Is for the IG. Just find me in the streets. If you see me and you recognize me, say hello.
Hell
say
yeah.
Say what up.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Don't be shy.
Yes, Tosh. Thank you so much for doing this, and dude, it won't be the last time.
Hell yeah. We'll meet up soon.
Yes. Peace. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Tosh. I mean, what did I tell y'all? That was a great conversation. It was all over the place, yo. It was a true honor, and I fanned out pretty hard. I mean, obviously. I told him I was a fan. I wasn't lying. But in all seriousness, thank you all so much for listening to this show. Thank you for everybody tuned in, especially to support Tosh. Get out there. Go say what up to my man. And thank you to the sponsors of Caffeine and Green, Seven Seas Roasting, Thorn Street. And yes, thank you again all so much for listening. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Caffeine and Green is what it is. Spread that word, and let's keep it going, y'all. Until then, I'll see y'all next week. Peace.